Yeah. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Language.
What? Oh.
There we go, and it's not
Fuck
private.
yeah.
Language.
It's not private. It's not private. It's a public stream. We're
I can't see
good.
it.
Check your monitor.
I just
What?
got the notification.
Yeah, he's live. You're good. We're good.
I live.
Nice.
So, what is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Winter Cast Ice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires, specifically with Tiny, Wanderer, Stray, and Wow. Say hi, guys.
No.
Hi, guys.
Mission failed successfully. All right, so we can get into this right away because this. I'm hoping, and like I have no idea if this is gonna be like a quick session because I know you guys. You could fucking blow and destroy everything that I've ever created, or this could be a little bit of a long session. So we're gonna get into this right away. So, last time on D&D, the party decided to split into two to try to accomplish some of the goals here in the city. To that way they could take Batlle back from the cathedral. Splitting into two well, technically three parties. Oh my gosh, I almost said Karik. It's like Karik's not in this party. Better say,
Not?
no, he's not. He's him and Philman are currently in Makanali. But Blue and Kazir decided to take the underground tunnel the underground tunnel in order to turn off the device that was preventing certain magics from working, and always telling the cathedral where you guys were at. So taking this, the two stealthiest snuck in, had to deal with a demon that wreaked a little more havoc than you were expecting, but were able to successfully neutralize it and even depower the device that allowed them to do this. And upon doing so, they escaped back out of this underground tunnel and back towards the mausoleum. Belwraith and Henrik decided to go down to the general ward in order to try to gather some allies, at least a group, to start anticipating this event that's going to happen. Using their connections between here and in the general ward, the Draconic ward, and the Enlightenment ward, you were able to at least let some people know, and you already have a bit of a force. You're ready to go for when the army shows up to Padstow. In the meantime, Alosa and Garnan decided to go with the paladins and with the clerics the cardinals technically, to make it to the castle gates in order to be able to open it for the army. Upon making it to the top of the gates, unfortunately, they were spotted. Garnan and Alosa were the only ones who decided to fall back because of their current situation, leaving the Holy Knights and the Cardinals to handle it from that point forward. And now the party back together, currently at the Mausoleum of Helm, were able to get in contact with their old friends Bimp and Knackle. You know, using a teleportation spell, able to make it into the city with a little bit of luck because I had to roll for it. Well, there's a chance they could have accidentally went to the wrong location. Teleportation. Yeah, teleportation. Great spell.
Yeah.
Comes with some chances of failure.
Understandable.
And with that being said, the party now together, healed up, a little worse for wear, but still doing just fine. You guys were currently discussing your plans to go to the cathedral. So, Solaires, with 45 minutes to when the army is supposed to show up, what would you guys like to do?
Are we going to head back to the creepy guys to get the stuff?
Uh,
This is probably.
Are we-
You're going to wait until afterwards because that place is probably being watched at the moment.
yeah, I know that was an idea,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, you
Alright,
got.
just making just
Oh,
putting it out there.
Oh, absolutely. I remember you guys talking into depth, but at least for the most part, you guys kind of all agreed it was too dangerous. People are probably watching it. You guys would end up probably wasting spells or potions.
Yeah.
Let's go to the one gate.
You guys,
That magic gate.
guys want to head to where the device is?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna take the underground tunnel.
It's the back.
Excuse me. That is
back
correct.
entrance.
It is technically the only other way to get into it, other than the direct front gate.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna want to be going, through that way. No. Do I know? I would know where that leads into.
Well, here's the issue. Only a handful of individuals even knew that this underground tunnel existed. You were being prepped and trained to be our cardinal. I guess I'll ask this. Do you think that this would be something they would have told you before coronation, or do you think this is something they would have waited until you were in office?
I thought I had been through there.
You better say, I think I distinctly remember talking about when I think I had you roll a check to see how well you remember. And I think it was that's why you had a trouble remembering if it went through either the Mausoleum of Helm or the Mausoleum of what is the name of the god of magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mistra. God, go away, computer. Stop it. Sorry, my computer's giving me a bunch of updates. Anyways, you guys, that's why you were struggling to remember if it was either the tunnel was underneath the Mausoleum of Helm or the Mausoleum of Mistra.
I mean,
But the only thing
where
is,
it comes up.
the thing is, you would know that that tunnel. Even with that, I'll say you would know that that tunnel would come up close to like one of the main antechambers of the cathedral. It wouldn't take you directly to the to where the room of prayer is, but it takes you to one of the antechambers. The only issue is that basement didn't exist when you were there.
Right.
So that's where the problem lies.
I mean,
There.
we did get a map from
This is true.
Thopic.
That is true. And if you guys consult that map, which I have here, at least a rough drawing of it.
I also have locate creature, so we could lock down where he is.
It is a big place, though.
It is yes, the cathedral is a rather large place. Based on the map, you would see that there is, if you guys were to go through the door and go upwards from where the device, if you were to go through the door, you would end up where the underground chambers were. Essentially, they were keeping prisoners. Then you would go upwards into where the room that you guys saw was being protected by that demon that had the device. From there, it would go to the archive room, which has all of the demonic artifacts, fiend-based artifacts or otherworldly artifacts that should not exist.
Yeah.
But-
I think it would be good to get this speech off before we go really deep into this place, because it has like a fair warning as well, so we may be able to get rid of any like clerics or whoever is inside that would possibly fight us beforehand.
True.
They still have,
They still have.
they still have the dominate person
Yeah.
cast on them.
Not
So
all
it
of them
wouldn't-
did. Lexa and
They
Oh.
did. They had to
Oh, yeah, they
scrape
did.
it off of their necks.
right, I forgot that. I know some of them didn't though.
Yeah,
The ones who don't are on the side willingly.
Well,
right.
Well, yes and no. There are a few that you would know that there's at least one that does not have the mark, that does not work that is not aiding and abetting,
Yeah.
and that would be Angler,
Yeah.
because he is not bearing a mark, but at the same time he's been more than willing to give you free information about what's going on currently.
Yeah.
And you rolled an insight check. You believe him.
Yeah. So, well, we don't have to like do it before we even get into the building, but like very shortly after we do, like even if we have a window, a literal window. Do the thing.
All right, but but yeah, you would know that based on the map, if you guys wanted to try to follow where the direct exit would take you, from the base, if you go to the very far end of the basement where all the prisoners are, there is a ramp that goes upwards into an antechamber on the far right section of the not the far right, but the far northern section of the cathedral. The only thing is that there's a bit of a from there Belwraith would know where to go, but the thing is that you don't know what the current layout of the Drow, the Cardinals, and the Knights are.
Yeah, I don't know their rotations. I don't know.
So
What are stealthy people thinking?
Me and Kazir could be scouts, and then once we give the all clear, you guys can move up.
Just room by room or further?
Pretty much.
Alright.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
I mean, yeah, we can only plan so far, I suppose.
Yeah.
Currently, we're at like, I'll call it 40 minutes until the army gets here.
Mm.
When do we want to be inside at the same time the army arrives? Do we want to be inside before they arrive or after? Like, when are we inserting?
Before they arrive.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like a few minutes before they arrive, I will pretty much give an alarm for the drow outside. It'll mess them up and maybe have some come in this direction, and then they'll just get smacked from the back by the army.
Yeah. So like, we move into the building like 10 minutes before the army arrives, or closer to like 5 minutes?
We move into the building now. We can find a place to hide out and wait for the army to arrive.
Okay. Yeah, it's small details, that's what matters, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I've been talking out of character, but...
No, it's hey, go ahead.
I'm sure Belwraith would be saying similar things in a different tone.
Yeah.
I was
completely understood that.
I was about to say, like, as the DM, like, this is a big thing, and you guys are trying to take on, like, a pretty massive quest here, so I'm not against you guys metagaming a little bit, specifically for a beginning strategy.
Yeah, we're all in the same room anyway. So...
Kill him and don't die. That's our strategy.
That's the baseline. So...
Yep, in a way we'll be acting like a distraction for the Drow, for the armies, because they might, cut down armed forces. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get you.
Brain's shitting on me a little bit.
So, correct me if I'm wrong on the plan. We're going to insert into the building now, probably camp out, probably... I don't want to be in the archives, because that room is destined to be guarded.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the only room that I can really think of, unless there's, like, would there be... Because we'll go up, and then pretty much the first room that we get into is one of the main, antechambers, so that's probably going to have some traffic through it.
Which, I will say this, because above game, like, Belwraith would know where the antechamber is that allows you to escape from the castle outwards from the city. It is not necessarily where the main foot traffic is, because obviously this is a secret tunnel to get out, just in case. Yeah. But it is something. It's something that literally they could inconspicuously come into, and they wouldn't know.
They who?
As in, like the Drow. The Drow have no idea, like, how the cathedral works or anything like that, to your knowledge.
Okay.
The only ones who would know would be, like, high-ranking knights and cardinals.
Okay.
This is not common knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think the antechamber is guarded, but I think it may have some amount of traffic flowing through it, and that that alone could, yeah, that alone could potentially give us issues.
That's why we have scouts.
Yeah. Oh, what would be the closest low traffic area? Like,
So,
I'm thinking like,
go ahead.
uh, n-
So, I will say this again because it's something you would know, and this also allows you guys to make some decisions and everything. I will say this: Balwraith would know that like the rooms that probably would get the least amount of attention right now in the current situation, at least to your knowledge, the archive room would probably be watched. At least, you may have to deal with a guard. But I say you're not sure, unfortunately. But considering the fact that it was the room where like these treasures were, or to some people treasures, to you curses, about to say you would know that these would be that room wouldn't normally be guarded, but but attached to the archive room there are rooms to go to from there, because near the archive room you would be able to find like the church's library. You'd be able to get to like to a couple of their storage rooms, but
yeah, I think a storage room.
otherwise, if you decide to follow up to the antechamber, near the antechamber there is some of the prayer rooms, which are normally taken by the cardinals, but only during during the designated times of prayer.
Where are the drugs?
The drugs or the drow?
Drugs.
I don't think you'll find them in the church, or only on you.
Incense.
Oh,
Or alcohol.
oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Well, holy wine would be there is that would be in the prayer chambers.
I said incense.
Oh, fair, fair. I thought you said alcohol, and I was just like, that would be about to say in a that would be in a prayer room.
I don't know how I heard alcohol too.
I did say alcohol
Yeah.
and incense.
Oh,
You thought I said makes sense. I said incense.
yeah.
Incense would probably be also in a storage room or a prayer room as well. So
Okay, so
Alright.
we'll sneak in, go to the archive room, mark the guard. I mean, depending on the amount of guards, we could just hang out in the archive room, I suppose.
really,
We can't plan ahead for what we don't know.
yeah, that's the main issue here is that you guys like have a. I'm essentially giving you information for the layout, but as far as like you guys don't know placement of people where they would be. Unfortunately, like getting a guy on the inside would have been incredibly hard.
Yeah, I mean, we had Angor, but he wasn't able to come back to us at any point.
And I mean, you could have sent Blue. He has the charisma for it, but his chances of not being discovered, because
Yeah, and that's-
everybody has a purpose in the church.
Yeah,
It's like that's the trade-off.
yeah. I don't think that we were gonna be able to get any kind of a mole anyway, so yeah. So we'll get to the archive room, and then plan from there. Maybe at that point, Stray and Blue could scout out neighboring rooms.
Maybe. Sneaky.
While we wait for the army to arrive, you guys could scout out neighboring rooms.
Alright.
Works for me.
First off, we have to get through the, beginning gate.
This is true. You guys are gonna have to go to. Well, if I remember correctly, you guys said your plan is to go through the underground pathway.
But we have to get through that door.
Yeah.
This
We're
time we teleported.
This is true.
And we don't got teleporting stuff anymore.
At least
I
now.
mean, I have Dimension Door,
Oh, true.
but I don't want to
that will-
use it.
Yeah, best to save that for need to know. Need.
I can't Dimension Door
And you can't
all of them.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
you
exactly.
you
that's
can't
true,
you
too.
can't cast Dimension Door like 7 times? Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Okay, let's go to the door. We know about the trap. The only reason we didn't do anything with it was because the alarm spell, because I didn't want to use spell magic since the area was up. So I'm gonna have to dispel magic that alarm.
Well, fortunately, you summoned a cleric and a wizard to help you.
Touche.
So you literally could just go like, "Hey, Pimp, did you prepare to dispel magic today?"
He could do that.
True.
Which one of you wants to use a spell slot?
Depends what for.
I'm not talking to you.
Well,
Actually, is Garnet high enough level to know dispel magic?
paladin level? No.
Which level?
I think
It's
he's
third level.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not high enough yet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I say you just see Bimp just go. I can take care of that. I prepared that spell for today. I was planning to practice on some of the things that my master had back in the tower. I could take care of it.
Alright, there's an alarm spell set on this door ahead.
Okay. I can handle that. And so you guys, I'm gonna say for the sake of brevity, since you guys are in the mausoleum, getting back to the tunnel, there should be no issues.
Sending it.
However, going into the tunnel, are you guys going to try to be stealthy, or are you guys trying to be, or are you guys not caring about stealth?
Lou and Kazira can stealth zoom ahead.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. 50 feet sounds right.
I mean, they'd still be in eyesight. You guys would still be able to see them as long as they're not too stealthy.
Yeah.
With that being said, then, Kazir and Blue, I'd like you both to roll me stealth checks.
All right. I'm gonna use a bot for right now because I forgot my dice.
That is okay.
D20. I
D20.
don't need to do anything. Yeah.
28.
Stealth. My brain.
25.
Hold on.
Nice.
Oh, hey. Before we
got
forget,
it,
we can
25.
also.
Oh yeah.
We
you're
can
right.
also cast
Cast
magic.
Trace.
Yeah, that one.
You guys could cast.
Oh,
You guys could cast magic now
Oh,
if you want to.
Oh yeah, my sword.
Yep. What you?
I think we should save that
Yeah.
for inside.
That. Yeah, better idea.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because based on your guys' like stealth abilities, like Kazir and Blue, I think you guys. What was it? 28 and a 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you guys are good sneaking up to the door.
Nobody inside.
Nobody in sight. However, with both of your passive perceptions, you do hear something on the other side of the door.
Oh.
But I say, are you going to take a moment to try to listen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on the roof.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you're wearing the boots. Don't untie them.
Of course not.
In that case, I'll say this because your guys is passive. Well, you're trying to specifically listen to something, so I need you both to roll me perception checks.
Okie dokie.
Am I
Nope.
near them or?
Unfortunately, you guys chose to stay 50 feet back, so
Okay.
you do see them pause though.
Okay.
He got a nat 1.
Oh no!
I got 12 plus 10. 22.
Kazir, you're just like, oh shit, there's people. Fuck the plan. How are we supposed to?
Wait, where'd the door go?
Where'd it go? Kazir, it's over here. No! Moving doors. But Blue, with a 22, you're on top listening through the door, and you just hear, "You get the news? Yeah. Apparently, we need to move out. We need to expedite some of our movements. Yeah. Apparently, some bumblefuck accidentally let everybody let an army know that what our plans were. It doesn't matter. We got the next cart loaded. We need to get that out the door. So make sure get it open, okay? All right. Just give me 1 second.
Gonna quickly cast Dispel Magic on that alarm.
Well, but I say they're letting that person know they're gonna open the door.
Yeah.
You do see Blue, because you can see this, like you because your magic eyes. You do see that the spell on the door vanishes.
Oh.
Like, and you start to hear as you start to see the door is slowly opening.
Just gonna
Would I be able to see that?
Yes, you guys from where you're at, you would be able to see that the door is starting to open.
Okay. I wouldn't know what they're doing. I know the door is opening. I know it's probably a bad person. Well, are we...
He's 50 feet away. I can use message.
That is correct.
I guess message and tell him to be a rock.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll hide. Or I'll hide, at least.
I will ask this. What would you guys like to do?
I'm hiding on the roof.
Hiding on the roof.
I'm gonna try to
feel like
hide.
that...
Gonna try to hide.
I feel like hiding on the roof gives advantage.
I wouldn't say advantage, but I'll give them disadvantage to try to spot you.
I'm a bat.
And because Stray, you said you wanted to try to hide where you're at.
Yeah.
There is the sides of the door that if you wanted to, you could try to like huddle yourself into a corner and hide.
Okie dokie.
I mean,
You know
there's
what?
only 2 of them.
We
Yeah,
heard.
yeah. I'll just try to hide. Sorry, brain
Nope,
cramp.
you are perfectly fine. I'm about to say
13 on the dice, which means 24. Right?
Yeah, you're in a corner. You take the cloak of the mount back, and you just kind of use it to blend in with the rocks a little bit more.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good
25. One up you.
rock. Nice.
Just you're holding your cloak, and you're just like keeping yourself close to the ceiling.
Technically,
I am a bat.
what's the-
I'm just a really big bat.
Does the lesser cloak of invisibility have 2 uses or 1?
It has, I believe it was 1 use per day.
Okay, just making sure.
Believe so. I'd have to double check it, but you have not used it yet today. So,
No, am I rolling with disadvantage?
because you were wearing your armor, you are trying to move to a location in the tunnel and hide. If that is what your plan is.
Being a rock. A very clinky rock.
Yeah.
Garnet, what specifically
Don't
would you like to
silence. Yeet.
You know, that's a great question.
do? I assume you didn't go with the stealthy boys up front, so you're currently
No.
with the rest of the party kind of held back. What would you like to do?
Who all am I with right now exactly?
You would be
Everyone except Stray and Tiny.
so you would
So
be
that's
a low.
me, you, Henrik, Alosa, Knuckle, Bimp. Bimp again.
I zoned the fuck out for a hard second. So
Hide.
You're currently 50 feet from the door entrance to go into the underground like cells. That
Okay.
that is directly underneath the cathedral.
I really need to
Gotcha.
kill someone.
Sorry, I didn't get a solid answer. Am I rolling with disadvantage?
Because of the fact that you are wearing your clinking armor, yes, you would have disadvantage.
Alright, I'm gonna put guidance on myself then.
All right.
Disadvantage, roll. Still not bad, and I still get a D4 on top of that.
That's actually pretty damn good. That's still a dirty 20.
Yeah.
So, try to hide. Go ahead, roll me a stealth check.
okay, that's an okay. Okay, 14. Could be worse.
That could be worse. Let's see. Ooh, Knuckle, you're not very stealthy. I forgot about that.
He's fine.
Okay, but at least Alosa kind of makes up for that.
Does she?
And then, about to say, Henrik's still wearing the boots of elven kind, so he has advantage on stealth checks when it comes to sound. So he should be able to move deftly. Let me just roll real fast. Okay, thank God he had that advantage. I rolled a natural 3, but now with the advantage though, a natural 17. All right, so you guys, basically, I assume you guys are kind of cuddling, like holding yourselves up against the two walls, trying to like use the alcoves of this cave to try to, like these little divots in the cave to try to hide yourselves. You watch Blue, and I will describe this, and if you guys want to do anything, just let me know. You watch as the door, especially, and for you, because you're right next to the door as well, so you see this all happen as well. You guys watch as the door slowly like opens up, like kind of close it coming into the wall, and you watch as a cart that currently has 2 drow on it. You watch as one of them starts to mutter some words, and you watch as 2 skeletons rise. And you give them a look. About to say they give them a look. And what languages does Blue and Kazir speak?
Let me double check.
Not undercommon.
Oh yeah. Well, fortunately, this is not undercommon.
Off the top
Not
of my head,
abyssal either.
Draconic. Oh wait, I think I do have abyssal. Yeah. Wait, hold up. Where?
Did Zuggy give
trying
you
to-
abyssal? I don't know. I speak common,
trying
orc,
to-
and elven.
Where is the language thing? Sorry, this is taking a while.
It's all good. Currently checking my notes to make sure I know which language they're speaking for this magic specifically. Do either of you speak Draconic?
Hey,
Does.
that's the one I do remember.
I say Kazir. Then you hear them. You watch as as the skeletons rise and they are moving towards the cart. You watch as he mutters, "Take it to Patstow Pass, up towards the mountains. Await our orders."
Oh.
And you watch as the skeletons just nod. And you watch as all of a sudden 2 skeletal horses rise from the ground.
Winter?
Yes.
Door is still open, right?
The door-
The alarm still is gone.
The alarm is gone. Door is open. You do see the 2 drow. One seems to be dressed in like leather armor with a scimitar and a dagger at his side. And you see one that seems to be dressed more in robes, with his hair tied back.
I would like to try and slither in to the through the door, the top of the door.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. They do not know you're here, so I will say, and because of where your position is, I'll give you advantage.
Nobody's looking at the ceiling.
Only the seldom look up.
Oh Jesus Christ!
That one.
No.
Oh, you'll go invisible.
Yeah, 31.
Nice. Can I ask what the other number was?
I don't want to say that.
Okay, fair enough. But
2.
you, hey, my favorite number. But you almost slip your foot out of the boot, but then you're like, no, I tied them. It's fine. And you just very slowly, I'd assume just inch by inch, sneak your way inside of where the doorway is.
He's a snake.
You slither somehow. But after that is done, you watch as the drow look at each other and go, Be on your way. We need to get back in. With everything going on, we don't want this door open." And you watch as the other one is just like, "It's fine. It's not like anybody knows where this tunnel is anyways."
Sorry.
But I say, so as you watch as the skeleton horses start moving, Kazir, you're watching as the door is, you watch as the drow go back in. The door slowly starts, like closing slowly but surely.
Can I try to sneak around it?
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. They did not see you. I'll say you, because you were not hidden. They're not expecting you. I'll give you advantage.
Cool.
Because they would not be expecting you.
I needed that. I rolled a 7.
Okay.
What the hell? I rolled 2 7s in a row.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for them just to see if
That's
they
still
spawn.
pretty high.
I'm gonna roll to
That's
see.
an 18.
Yeah.
The soldier is just closing the gate. This fellow in the robes though looks over and goes, "Did you hear something?" I didn't hear anything. And you watch as he's just like looking around as you kind of move your way through the doorway. Are you gonna try to like duck to the side right away, or are you gonna try to go
duck to the side right away?
As you enter, you do see like a stand that seems to go up, like a small like staircase that goes to this like giant spinning wheel that seems to be what causes the door to open or close.
Ah.
You kind of like duck over to the side to where the stairs are, and you watch as this magic user walks over and is just, could have swore I heard something. Must be paranoia. It's fine. And you watch as he walks away. 17. 17 is what I got.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm getting a lot of those lately.
Yeah, I'm fucking rolling 1 under, you lucky bitches. And you watch as the magic user starts to walk away, and just this person dressed in the leather armor is like, they don't pay me enough for this.
Paid?
But for Garnan, Belwraith, and the rest of the party, you guys watch as the skeleton horses are starting to make their way down the tunnel. It's coming towards you guys. They're going a little. They're not going very fast. You get the sense that they're trying to be subtle.
Is Garnan on the other side of the tunnel than me?
I'll ask this question.
Yes.
I want to toss a 50-foot hempen rope to him and pull it tight.
Garnan will oblige.
All right. If that's the case, I assume you guys are going to try to trip these horses and everything?
Yeah.
No, we're just going to caress their feet with rope.
Oh, wow. You know, that's so considerate of them. It helps with their bone marrow, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I need both of you to go ahead and roll me strength checks.
Strength check for an ex-barbarian?
For an ex-barbarian. And you know what? I'll give each of you advantage. I'll give you each advantage because,
thank you.
because the rest of the party is going to try to help you.
Natural 20 for 27.
Nice.
Oh, that is so much better.
That is so much better. All right, now I'm going to roll for these horses real quick and see how they handle this. Oh my god, I rolled garbage. Garbage!
Good.
You watch. I rolled a 2 and a 4. So both horses, they're just like, they start to move and they're actually starting to pick up speed a little bit, and both of you kind of you give each other a look. And I just imagine Garnan just full on, just friggin' muscles bulging, pulling as hard as he can. And
the only reason Belwraith doesn't move out of place is because the armor is too heavy.
And I'm just gonna say this for make a joke here. I just imagine both Belwraith and Henrik are just like.
I could imagine that.
Just to match the nat 20.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
But you guys watch as the horses start to pick up speed. All of a sudden, they trip. And almost like out of a horror movie, you watch as these things like fall onto their shoulders, onto the side of their neck. And you watch as, because of how the cart is positioned, like the front, like things that what are they called? The bearings that normally would connect to the horses, they go downward. So it's almost as if they get forked over and they flip. I'm going to roll damage for these skeletons real fast just to see if they even survive this.
I'm sorry, but
Skeletons
you know what?
get chucked into a wall.
Pretty much.
You know, it would be kind of sick to have Bib roll like a wisdom save because of the horses before.
Just freaking a PTSD roll, you know? Oh no, these skeletons are dead. They get crushed.
Yeah, they're skeletons.
They get crushed by the cart. They're like... They like pancake against the wall. And actually, I'm going to roll for the horses real quick to see how much damage. I doubt this will destroy them, but you know. That's still a decent amount. Well, I say the horses are still manifested, but they're not destroyed. Yeah, but they're not destroyed. They're still
no hostiles around, right?
No. You killed the skeletons. They were the hostiles.
All right.
Yeah.
Free horses.
Not exactly. They're undead. they're not under our control. He says as he unsheathes the sword of redemption and sticks both of them in the neck.
Absolutely. I'll say no rolls necessary. Like, they're down. You guys just walk over. They're currently stuck. they're pinned. They're pinned under the cart.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So take those.
Check the cart.
Do you guys check the cart?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right, no rolls necessary. You do watch this. There was three chests in this cart, and they just got flung towards the wall. You just hear a toom.
Pretty loud, but
Those chests falling were really delayed.
Man, I don't know what happened. It's the echo system in this cave. I don't understand. Doppler effect, you know. But you do see three chests, all marked differently. One seems to have a. And actually, I remember you're not trained in religion, so you actually. Well, I'll say roll. If you want to roll a religion check, you could.
Who are you telling this to?
I'm telling this to Belwraith, but if is Garnan trained in religion?
No, but he can read all writing.
Oh, that's true. That is true. So I'll go ahead and roll me a religion check just to see.
Knackle is trained.
That is true. Knackle is trained.
Religion.
So is it Bimp?
17.
Bimp is 17 for Garnan.
Yep.
I think the reason I didn't take is it expertise? Proficiency.
Okay.
The reason I didn't take proficiency in religion, I'll say in world, is because he didn't actively practice much religion for a while.
Practice murder. Awful murder.
That's what you do.
Murder most foul.
But murder most foul. but unfortunately, Belwraith, your mind is elsewhere. Like you see these chests, you know they're bad. They should not get out of this cave. However, you're just like, we gotta do this. If we, your mind's conflicted. Yeah. Bimp is studying it, but she can't quite make out what the symbols are. Unfortunately, she rolled pretty low. But Garnan, you are able to recognize two of these symbols. You recognize one seems to be a fiendish symbol of the nine hells. It seems to be the symbol of. Hold on, I gotta remember what his, hers, they's domain is called. Jameson, yes, obviously.
Still don't know where my fish went.
Let's see here.
They stole Jameson.
They stole him. They J. Jonah Jameson.
He's dead.
Garnan, you recognize one of these symbols. It is a symbol of Stygia, which you would know is a symbol of a realm known as Levistus.
I will say that out loud. Stygia. Levistus.
Which I will say with a 17 religion check, Garnan, you would vaguely, like, because of your stuff, because of like how you were raised, you only know so much about, like, you know, how like the nine hells and all that stuff work. You do know there is a realm of cold that exists in the nine hells, and is ruled over by a creature called Levistus.
The realm of cold, I believe.
And Garnan, the other one you recognize is, it seems to be an abyssal symbol, one that you guys actually recognize. You've only seen it a couple of times. It is a symbol of the, I always forget what his castle is called, but you would recognize the symbol of, why am I blanking on the name? I'm a bad dungeon master right now. I don't understand.
Bad dungeon master.
I know, the worst.
Get your shit together.
A symbol of Grost.
That one we know. That's Grost.
But the last one, unfortunately, Garnand, you've never seen. Oh, go ahead.
Just a reminder, wouldn't Garnan know not to say names?
I mean, that's a character choice.
He would. I forgot about that.
Okay, just check.
Above game,
That's-
Grost. In game. Oh,
That's,
yeah, the demon.
Toast.
About to say
Gargoyle.
you would no Grost would be a testament to Valismir. You guys haven't seen the symbol since the performance.
I'm gonna cut his wiener off.
Fair. The only
Okay, mine next.
however, Garnan, you do not recognize.
Eat it.
Goddamn. You don't recognize this third symbol, but you do see Knackle walk up to it. This is odd. This.
It doesn't matter. We gotta keep moving.
What is a outer world symbol doing here?
No.
Do I know what that is?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I'm good at those. Hey, I am good at those.
Space.
That's a dirty
Whoa,
20 right
Nat
there.
20.
You would know what this. You guys have had conversations here and there about it. So there is a realm known as the astral plane, which separates the realms of the gods and the realms of mortals. Beyond the astral plane, however, there is a realm that nobody goes to, a place that is too dangerous for anybody to wander, as they would typically lose their mind. That would be known as the wild realms, the unfathomable. And most creatures that come from it are ones that are considered the greatest monsters to all humanoids. Mind flayers, beholders, gibbering beasts, and so on.
Is this public knowledge or no?
This is something that only people who are, like, it's public knowledge if you look for it.
Right.
But it's...
So what I'm hearing is, don't fuck with that.
He has not said anything in character.
Knackle just gives a look of, like, why is this here?
I'll explain it later. Let's keep moving.
This is very dangerous.
Let's go.
Okay.
It'll be safe here, probably.
Bag of holding?
Good idea. Can it go in the bag of holding?
You would know that these chests cannot go into the bag of holding. These instruments are too powerful to be held inside of a mini plane. They have to be held inside of a massive plane. That's why they survive in... That's how they could be in this. But because they are currently inside of lead boxes, like, no, there's even Blues Detect Magic wouldn't be able to tell that those are...
Right.
To
So they-
Go in a Can't
Bag
go
of
in a bag of
devouring?
holding, but they can. No.
Yeah, it's probably not. That's...
Don't
little...
feed him those things.
Yeah, a little too risky.
You guys
Shit.
could just try to use some rocks or something to just hide it in this cave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Smash a hole in the wall and hide it there. Cask of Amontillado style.
Do you have a
That is a solid reference, my
Oh,
sir.
God.
Thank you.
shovel of some kind?
What the fuck would I have a shovel?
I thought it was
Yeah.
a dirt tunnel.
It's a dirt and rock. Like it was carved out of the earth. You do watch as Knackle pulls a shovel out of his bag.
Yeah, dig a hole. We'll put it in there for now.
I have a shovel. So do you guys want to take like 5 minutes to quickly like try to carve it, like
Yeah.
kind of dig in just to have a spot to put them?
Yeah. While the hole is being dug, I want to see if I can, like, use something to mark the hole inconspicuously.
Okay. You want to just do like a symbol or something?
I'm thinking like a broken piece of wood that like I can stick into the ground and lean against the wall.
Okay, so like just like a section of the cart.
Yeah. So like, oh yeah, this cart flipped a while ago and the part broke off and got lent there.
Yeah.
Lent up against the wall there.
As a cart would.
Yeah. As they do.
Yeah, as they do.
But
I will say no rules necessary because Garnan and you both have a decent like strength score. But I would assume Henrik, Bimp, and Knackle would just kind of assist in any way they can.
yeah.
But
I just want to mark the location.
Absolutely. While you guys are taking a couple minutes to do that, Blue and Kazir, you're currently inside of here.
Yeah.
You guys, as you guys are kind of stealthed away, like Kazir, you could almost feel the eye staring at you, but you watch as the magic user walks away.
Kazir holds his breath as the guy looks in his direction, and breathes a slight sigh when he starts to walk away.
And you just...
Whose
Go ahead.
passive perception can see him?
That is true. Blue, your passive could see Kazir because he did not roll the greatest in his stealth check.
Getting rusty.
Get the message spell cast on you that just says dumbass.
Oh, shut up! Kazir doesn't say that, you know.
You flip off the ceiling even though you can't see him.
But you do watch as the door is currently closing as the guy is like spinning the wheel to close the door.
You guys can take him.
Hold on, my eyes.
Moving.
I can't think straight.
I'm gonna move a bit forward so I'm away from the that if the alarm spell's on the door.
Which
there's just the one guy here, right?
yes, you're right. Currently, there's only one person at this door. There does seem
So-
to be there seems to be a pretty open area going forward, but there seems to be like turns.
Magic user left.
Yeah, the magic user has walked away. He has gone. He's went deeper into the tunnel, but then seems to veer a right. Excuse me.
Alright.
Blue.
Uh,
I'm about to say because I keep forgetting you have your magic eyes.
yes.
You can see a part of this door. There's a certain section that seems like there's like a thing like a knob that seems to be on this hand on the like the crank. You see as he's closing it, you watch as it's starting to come out, and you see magic starting to form on it. It's the same magic that came off of the alarm spell. Like as he seems to be closing it, it seems to be coming out more, and that light is starting to come up.
Oh.
I like. How is the thing like positioned? Is it like cogs with him turning, or like a rope?
About to say it's basically how it's closing is it's like cogs. You can see like an actual mechanism that seems to be going like upwards towards where you're at. But you're above the door frame, so you can see like how the cogs are moving to have the doors conjoined to close again.
I like to take a bag of bell bearings out and put them in the cogs.
Oh my fucking god!
Make it so it can't close.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
And while Blue
Okay.
is doing that, can Kazir try to knock the guy out?
Oh, absolutely. About to say I assume you're just gonna like stealthily move around to right behind him.
You're gonna get a message of Blue saying 1 second, because he's gonna join you once the cogs are stopped.
I mean, if
Oh,
once
wait,
the cop's stuck, he's gonna notice something's going on. Is why I
he's
was
gonna-
gonna knock him out while you did that. But
He's gonna notice something, but if you don't end up knocking him out, since he's super armored and buff, that's gonna
oh
be
yeah,
bad.
true point.
But
True point. True point.
I will
Yeah,
say
Kazir awake.
absolutely. But sleight of hand check.
6, 17, 6, 28.
Yeah.
Reading the comment Raven just put.
I apologize. I'm currently looking at
Oh,
yeah.
they literally just put it, I think.
You shush, Raven. I'm now ignoring your comment. Anyways, with a 28, about to say, Kazir, you can see this because you're sneaking up behind this person. You watch as, like, these little balls are just like a Plinko machine starting to go down, like, the gear shafts. And you watch as all of a sudden, as, like, the gears are now grinding against each other. And you watch as the guy is like, and he, like, starts to cuss. Do either of you speak Elven?
Nope. I know
I
I
do.
You hear him start to cuss in Elven.
Not Elvin.
But you do see he looks up and he starts looking at the cogs. And he's like, what the hell? What is going on? Shit, I gotta go get someone.
Now.
Kazir goes to knock him out.
Alright, go ahead and roll. You are still hidden. Roll to hit with advantage.
He's gonna try dropping off the roof with his rapier positioned down.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh god, okay. Technically, you also have advantage on the attack.
Will that give any bonus to damage since it's falling?
I'll let you know if you hit.
Okay.
Good.
Oh Jesus Christ.
On the dice it said 11.
11, and then I say,
Range is
on
different.
no, you're good.
On the dice it says
And let me pull this.
Oh god, why is it so hot today?
that's a 20.
That's a 20.
That's a,
What am I
Jesus
adding to this? My brain just
Christ.
shit on me.
And you rolled with advantage, right?
yes.
So
he did. What'd you get?
On the dice an 11.
So 11 plus your proficiency, so that's plus 3, and then plus your dex.
Yes, it's a plus.
Are you using
Plus
your
3 dex plus proficiency, which is plus 4, so that's a plus 7. Plus it's a plus 1. 19.
so 19? That hits.
Wow.
And the thing is that Kazir,
Or the
because
assassin rogue.
this person has no idea that you're here, so you're about to say your sneak attack does auto crit. Your attack does auto crit. Because of assassin's ambush.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was just trying to knock him out, but
Yeah,
realized.
I mean, if you want to knock him,
just end him.
yeah, I was about to say if you want to knock,
Violence.
you could knock him out. He's also a drow, so if he wakes up,
Yeah, true. He'd be in a bad mood.
I don't crave answers. I crave violence.
so with that being said, and also blue, yes, that absolutely hits. So because of your current position, blue, you can go ahead and roll an additional 2d6 on top of your normal roll because you are falling. You are essentially falling about 10-15 feet.
Oh right.
Okay.
God, my brain just shit.
Hey,
on me.
sword, break my fall.
I'm using him to break my fall.
I just imagine.
Where's my D10? Or D. I don't need D10s. Never mind. I need D8.
D8.
Yeah.
Save. Oh gosh, what was it? What would it be for you right now? Because you're using your dagger currently.
The
Or-
twin dagger.
The twin dagger, yeah. So that would be a D4 plus
Okay.
your sneak attack, which I believe is 5d6.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use the bot. Hold on one moment, rather than try to. Now, first 1d4.
Yep, 1d4
Hold up. Plus 1d. Nope.
plus 5d6.
5d6. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anything
Right.
others or just that?
We will add your dex bonus afterwards because all your dice rolls are doubled because of your assassin's
Oh.
ambush.
Since I want this guy's dead, I'm gonna use the melody ability to add my bardic inspiration to a damage.
Duly noted. Make sure you roll that.
16. I mean, not 16. 2 6s is what I was gonna say.
2 6s, okay.
28 total.
28 in total. And about to say,
So
times 2, I meant. Sorry.
So
My brain just shit on math.
so 28 times 2.
Yeah.
That's 56 points of damage. And then
Fucking hell.
and then add on your dex bonus, so that's a +3, so that is 59, and then plus an extra 1 because it's a +1 dagger, so that's 60 points of damage.
I did 71.
Jesus Christ, he's dead.
I just realized I rolled in the wrong channel.
What channel did you roll it in?
Mod shit.
Hold on.
The admin, I think? Yeah. Oh, no, wait, no.
Did you roll an
Mod
admin?
logs.
I don't know.
How the fuck
Yeah.
did you manage to roll in mod logs, Stray?
I don't know why I was there. I have literally
Of
no clue
all
why I was
things you
there.
could have rolled in.
I must be really tired or something. I don't know how I got in that channel.
Here, I'll copy the message and paste it in the
Yeah.
main team.
Yeah, I say you go ahead and do that.
Everyone here can see it.
But yeah, 28 times 2, 56, plus 3, plus 1, that's 60 points of damage. Plus the 71 from Blue. Yeah, you guys brutally... Explain to me how brutally you murder this man.
Well,
You go
the way I picture it, Kazir just kind of slits the guy's throat, but Blue just goes bomb diving him, and just like the sword goes under the neck and
Oh my
through
god.
the chest.
Oh my god. I just imagine you just walk up...
That's how I picture Blue killing him.
You just walk up and you like stealthily, he's like, I gotta get someone, and you're just like grabs him, and he goes to, like, he grabs his throat, turns to face you, and he's like, you can see like a little life in his eyes, but then fucking Blue drops like Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII and just brutally through the chest.
I didn't mean to take over.
Oh,
for you,
no.
but
Mirror-
it was just
Nah,
that I was.
that's pretty
mentally
much what it was.
Oh my fucking god. I can't believe you...
You have to swallow a sword.
Oh my god, I can't believe Blue Sephiroth the guy. Which at this point, now that this guy is dead, and you guys have, I assume, have taken, like, you're taking a second to hide the body.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it
And
goes in a
Luke.
bag of holding.
I mean, yeah, you can just throw him in a bag of holding real fast.
Okay.
Jesus.
Good plan.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
a...
Kazir and Blue,
Open the
the
door.
scariest partnership ever.
We killed those two guys. We killed the demon with the bag of devouring, and now this guy. This poor dude.
You guys are monsters.
I don't get paid enough for this. Like
Oh.
less than 5 minutes ago.
Fine. You don't get paid at all. With that being said, though.
That's what I call HR.
I'm gonna open
Damn.
that door.
But I say you'd start to move it the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll something real fast.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you are able to get it open. It is a little tricky. I'm gonna say that Kazir probably has to come up and help you a little bit. Some of your ball bearings is causing some issue. Yeah, some of the are causing some issues in the gears. But between your guys' strength, with you two combined, you're able to get it open. But it's like you get the feeling that unless these gears are kind of cleaned out a bit, it's probably gonna be really hard to close the door again.
That's fine.
Excellent.
And you do.
Oh, wait! Glue! Finally, a good reason for my glue.
Just gonna glue this.
Yeah,
Just
we
slap
want to make sure it stays open.
Some glue on there.
Just gonna go. Fair
I
enough.
mean, if
Something,
we,
something like
if we,
the old glue stuff.
Yep.
You know what stuff.
I know exactly which one. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
that green glue goo that we got from Cobalt Hall.
You just coat it in, like, coat the door. I assume you coat like the gears right next to where the handle is.
Yeah, definitely.
Gross.
God, I still have the ammo for the sling.
Oh Jesus criminy. Anyways, so at this point, party in the tunnel, you guys have successfully dug into the wall enough. You're able to cover up the chests. I assume you guys kind of take a look back, and you do see, like, it is not noticeable. The only thing you do notice is that white and jagged part of the cart.
Hmm.
It's the only noticeable thing.
No. As long as something there is noticeable, that's all we need.
Yeah, but it's like you guys done well enough that a normal person at glance would not notice this.
Hmm.
Did we do good? I think we did good.
It'll work. Let's go. And then I'm gonna start walking towards the door.
All right. At which point you see the door is now wide open. Are you guys hiding from the party coming up, or?
Yes.
Okay. And but the body's already in the bag of holding. Not a problem. Not an issue. But it says
Okay.
you guys walk through the gates and you do not see Blue or Kazir.
So,
Just
Belraith,
a pool
can
of blood.
But you do see a pool of blood.
Not even the drow, just the blood.
Yeah, just the blood.
Hey, Belraith, can I talk to you about something really personal for a sec?
Is it important?
No.
Is
I
it
just wanted to
pertinent?
make small talk.
Not the time. They probably went on ahead. Let's go.
Okay.
I would just use message on that, right?
Alright.
You just hear Blue in your head. Guardian's trying to get in your pants.
God.
Can I respond to message?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Unlikely.
Also look up.
Yeah, he'll do. He'll do so.
You can just see Blue hanging from the ceiling by his boots.
Kazir, as he looks up, Kazir kind of comes out from hiding.
Just like from a shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
Kill the
Alright.
guy.
Belraith does not look entertained. However, he never does.
Damn. Are you not entertained?
No.
Now's not the time for this.
All right.
Yeah, we killed a guy there. He was saying something in Draconic.
Oh, yeah. Kazir relays what they said in Draconic. I mean,
What
Shadow.
what was it?
Just a reminder. What the drow said was. Unless you wrote it down. Did you write it down?
I should have.
It's okay. About to say, I'm more than happy to repeat this, just because this just happened.
Take the step to Padstow Pass.
Yeah,
Wait for near the mountain.
Yeah, take it to Padstow Pass. Take it up the mountains. And we'll await further orders.
Yeah, that's exactly. Kazir relays.
If you want, you can roll insight on Belraith.
I don't
sure.
care. Let's go.
I'll roll just because why not?
What would be the counter? What would be the counter to?
If you're lying, deceit. If you're being honest, that would be a persuasion.
What would be the
You're
passive?
Passive.
Trying not to show an emotion. Deception.
Yeah, deception,
Okay.
and your passive deception would be if you're not even gonna try to roll for deception. If you want it to just be your passive deception, it would be 10 plus your deception modifier.
Ooh, okay. So what are the rolls?
Oh.
It's up to you. Are you actively trying to hide your emotions from others?
I mean, he always is. So I feel like that's a passive.
So if that's a passive, and then what is
Yeah.
your deception modifier?
Low.
Like +1?
There isn't one.
Oh, so +0.
Yeah.
So that would be 10.
Yeah. Good luck, bozo.
I got 15.
You can
Have
read
an
him.
inspiration.
So just Garnet pulls out a guitar. Boom.
I don't.
What is blue roll?
Do I have to roll?
No, it's your choice.
If you want to. Anyone can. Walf can too, I suppose.
You know,
That's an
fine.
18 plus stuff.
18 plus stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you could read him.
I just chucked it.
Yeah, this is about the worst news you could possibly give this guy.
Insight 11.
I'm sorry.
That's still enough to read him.
Yeah, it's a DC 10.
Meets it. It meets it.
Yeah. This is bad news. He doesn't say anything, doesn't comment on it, but like
You can see it on his face.
even through like the closed visor helmet, like it's bad. This is bad.
Which, by the way, no rules necessary for Garnan and Blue to know this, because Garnan, you're from Tuscadal, and Blue, you're from Westray. You would know Padsdale Pass is the passageway that the church protect to get to from at the borderline between Atharia and Tuscadal. It is the third pass in the mountain range.
Yeah. But yeah, this is bad.
I'm sorry to give you such bad news.
I'm not. Let's go.
From the ceiling.
We'll deal with it later. Move ahead.
All right. So,
And I'll give them directions to get to the archives.
absolutely. Which for you guys, it would be a direct straight path from where you're at currently.
The stairs.
I'd say there is if you go straight from where you guys are at, there is a ramp that you can take to go slightly upwards, which would take you to where the another door is. Blue and Kazir, you would know this door. This is the door to the device.
Oh.
I think Belwraith would be following closer to 30 feet now.
So I will ask this: is Blue and Kazir trying to continue to be stealthy?
Yes.
Then I need.
As always.
Then you guys are currently in an active area. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Jesus.
Just checking. Do I get advantage or no? Bring.
I would say no at this current juncture, because of the
Have
fact.
any item?
No.
Then it would be.
What happened to your cloak or boots or whatever you have?
Henrik is currently wearing.
Yeah, and the
Oh.
cloak is only an invisibility thing, so you have to activate it then, Kazir wouldn't activate it yet, because
Yet.
better to activate it when you need to be hidden, you know, rather than trying to hide. Oh, anyways,
I got a 32.
That is-
double checking still.
That is indeed very stealthy, Blue.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Nice.
9 plus 11.
Yeah, dirty 20.
How am I doing better than
21.
the rogue?
Because you roll ridiculously tiny, let's be honest here.
I'm good like that.
God gave you some weird luck when it comes to dice.
He took my health and gave a lot.
You should
It was a
gamble.
fair trade.
Yep.
So you guys are coming into the first like major area that goes to where this door is. You do notice there is some traffic. You're like taking the time to hide because it's a little trickier for you because you're on the ground and this is a pretty open area, so you have to like take advantage of as many crags as you can in the rock wall.
Yeah, complete.
But
Kazir will be like having his robes wrapped around him to try and blend him in a bit more. Not
Absolutely.
using the invisibility, but
well, I mean,
a gray robe looks like a rock.
if you wanted to, you could use the swords magic to go into the shadows and just go around with it.
Shadow.
I'll save that for needing to hide rather than
Absolutely.
trying to, you know.
Absolutely. But I say there's no limited use on like going through shadows.
Oh
it's
yeah.
not limited use, just shadow.
Yeah, I'll keep a hold of it.
Just for now. This is like an emergency.
Yeah,
I don't want to rely on it. I'm a rogue.
yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. An emergency, a trump card.
Yeah.
With that being gross. But anyways, as you guys are stealthing, you are seeing there is more traffic. At first you're just seeing some drow, but they seem to be going in like multiple directions. None of them seem to be like focused on this door. To your knowledge, there is nothing wrong with what is going on here. You are noticing that Blue, with your magic eyes, you do notice that there is some kind of magic on the door ahead of you. It is similar in the same way, and it's in the same vein as It is in the same
Okay.
vein as the previous door. There seems to be
Just
a.
checking, did winter come out for cut out
Yeah.
for everyone?
Oh,
or just
oh,
me?
I am.
did, yeah.
Oh, I am so sorry. But where did I
Okay.
lose you guys?
Right there.
Oh, right there.
No.
Cut
Uh,
out for like 2 seconds.
Basically, Blue with your magic
Yeah.
with your magic.
Magic.
Yeah, you can see the similar magic that's used for the alarm, but it's a bit stronger. It's a bit more powerful.
Okay. Wow. And we don't see any like one of the turning things to get through this door. It's just a door.
It seems to be a
I
door.
like the other door.
I would say, from what you could tell, there does appear to be there seems to be a crank, but it's weird. There's a type of magic coming off of it. How to say, what would be specifically this one? It is a type of abjuration magic off of the like the on the cranks.
Well, that's fun. I do like an identify
I mean, if you go
on
to,
the crank.
if you go down to it, you could.
You'll sneak down to it.
'Kay.
Just close enough to identify.
I say you sneak down. You like take your time, sneak down to where it is. You without necessarily touching it. Like you kind of just like you you have to. You unfortunately for the spell, you do have to make some contact with it. But I assume you're like trying to keep like like as little contact as possible.
Yes.
You cast Identify, and the spell that's put on here. Hold on 1 second. Gotta pull up the spell details for this.
Fireball.
Fireball. No. Let's see here. I gotta just pull this up. Here it is. It appears to, but I say yes, it is. I got the right level. Hold on, let me pull this up. Abjuration. Oh, that's incorrect. Actually, I'm wrong. Don't judge me.
Judging. I'm judging.
Judging.
No, stop it. Blue, you actually do recognize the spell. You do recognize the spell.
Oh.
Say it is a spell that. It is a spell that you have dealt with before a couple times. It is a spell. It is a spell called Symbol.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh.
Last time I touched that, I got power word pain.
It's true.
Yep.
With Identify, can I see what's attached to it?
Yes, you would know that the spell that's attached to it. It takes you a moment because you start to like you can feel like what the ramifications of like what causes the symbol spell to go off. Anybody who keeps contact on this for longer than like in order to open this, if anybody keeps contact on this for more than 30 seconds, they will feel the death effect, which is a Constitution saving throw. That if they fail, they take 10d10 necrotic damage, and if they succeed, they take half.
Damn.
That's
Longer
only
than 30
100.
seconds.
That's enough to instantly drop me. Not kill, but
But I say,
Longer than 30 seconds.
and it is a radius effect.
Ooh.
mm,
Longer than 30 seconds.
But I say, if a drow tries to open this, if a non-drow tries to open this, and holds onto it for more than 30 seconds, it will go off. But you would know that if you like held it for exactly 30 seconds, let go, you would know the door would just shut immediately. Because it's like it's basically like a crank to lift the door up. If you let go, it'll just fall back down.
You
Ew.
can let go and then someone else can grab on instantly.
The only question is, would it still count? Would it count your time, or would it not count your time?
Yeah.
Or,
Judging by the
you can
fact that you
crank
said
it and
that,
then
I'm
shove
gonna say
something
dead.
into the door. The fastest person who can crank it is Garnan.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Excuse me?
Can we get to this door?
You guys can. You told me you were staying 30 feet behind.
Yeah.
If you guys are working as a team, there is no rules necessary. You guys who stealthed could just let the party know when to come up, so that way they're not like bumping into any traffic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because of the fact I normally wouldn't, but because Blue has the message spell, he
Oh,
could
yeah.
he could let you guys know a distance away.
Blue's going to use message to relay it to Barrethdale, the party. Crank with a symbol spell on it that if someone holds it for more than 30 seconds, it'll cast the death effect. Any ideas?
No clue.
Do I think that it's 30 seconds per person, or
That would be an Arcana check.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to
If-
answer that
if-
question.
if Blue,
Tell
if
that out.
good.
Okay,
Nope.
first, tell that out loud to Bimp. Ooh, I
Yeah.
want to roll a
Yeah, and after figuring out that I have no idea, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay.
Going to Bimp and Alosa and Knuckle.
I want to roll Arcana, see if I can.
Well,
Yeah.
Belwraith might know something too.
He rolled a 5.
Yep, I could
I mean,
see.
not Belwraith. Henrik, I meant to say.
Henrik,
Oh, yeah.
Henrik has a high Arcana as well, but also Bimp rolled a natural 16, so
Henrik too, then I forgot he was here. I won't lie.
Yeah.
oh yeah, Henrik.
No worries, I almost did too.
Henrik would know as well.
Arcana plus 7. 22.
Yeah, I was about to say, but 22. This is the tricky part. This is a tricky part. In Blue, you kind of would think about this too. This is tricky, especially with magic, especially high level magic. That's
I'll be right back.
no problem. Basically, you get the sense that if you switched it between one creature and another, it would still count the time because of the fact that it's still a creature that isn't a drow. It basically, to have the magic not go off, you'd have to let go and essentially like let the 30 seconds pass in order to.
Oh god.
Otherwise, you could accidentally trigger it.
I have Drow Corpse.
I mean, you could try,
Ooh.
but but with a 22, you would also know. Not having a living essence try to touch this might not work.
True.
I mean, we could
But-
rely on a divine intervention.
I mean, you could theoretically try. I will also say this though, because you guys are relatively smart, and with all of you like between Bimp getting a 24 on her Arcana check, freaking Henrik getting getting about a 23-24 with his Arcana check, your 22. I would say you guys would also know that. I mean, if someone could pull this crank hard enough, they could beat the time. But it's like it'd have to be a pretty strong pull in order to get it.
But even then, it would drop and make a loud noise.
Exactly.
Unless someone has silence.
I
Exactly.
have a Stone of Silence.
That could work.
Is there...
You guys also could try to dispel that dispel symbol, but the problem is that if you fail, you don't know if that could trigger it.
I'm
I
back.
would do it.
Okay. Are we in eyesight
Can't
of
say
Blue?
no, I'm doing it.
Hold up, no, hold on.
You're not.
Are we in eyesight?
You as you said 30 feet, unless you guys decide to walk up closer.
Yeah, are we in eyesight though?
They're hidden pretty well, but I mean, if Blue or Kazir want you to see them.
He's not getting out of hiding in case some drow passes by.
Oh no. Yeah, Kazir will back away from Blue and try to discourage him from touching the thing. But
Yeah.
I can tell that Blue will do it even no matter what.
Bimp just comments, I mean, I could try. I've been practicing my magic and everything, but this is
Hold on.
this is a high level spell.
Can you shoot them? Are you able to shoot them a message?
Let me check Bimp's cantrips. It's been a second since I've looked at them. I've looked at her spells. I didn't look at her
I
cantrips.
think so.
Yes, she can cast message, but the problem is she doesn't see where Blue is, so she can't send she can't point.
Hold on. I don't want to waste divine intervention for that spell.
I'm doing it.
Alright, well, I'm not stopping you, I guess.
You gonna do it? All right. Mark.
If you die, you deserve it.
Dispel magic adds your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
And I have.
Oh.
Fuck, this is gonna go loud, isn't it? Would I have time to realize that I don't have time to stop him?
You would know that the thing is Blue didn't message what his intentions were.
Oh, fuck's sake. You're right. Yeah.
Oh wait, so technically Kazir couldn't get away from Blue because
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
I hate not being able to meta game.
Same.
Sucks, bro.
That's a 23.
Blue, you concentrate and you let out this small melody, a melody of magic as it starts to circle the handle, and as you finish up the incantations for the spell, you watch as almost like a pool, just kind of like a ripple effect, and you watch as the magic fades. You have successfully dispelled the symbol spell.
I really like dispel magic.
But make sure you mark off that 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah.
Boy howdy, why do you make me panic so bad?
Because it's funny to me. Anyway, Boris just gonna get a message. Never mind, it's dealt with.
But there is still an alarm on the door though.
The danger has been dealt with.
I see Blue has been practicing his
I
magic.
wanna return the message.
Okay.
Are we safe to move up?
He's gonna respond. There's still the alarm spell on the door. He's gonna quick look. Does it look like it's connected to the handle, like glass door?
Yes, it would be. It is attached, but it seems to be a separate mechanism. But you could see it. But you do see it. You could, if you wanted to disarm it using dispel magic or something, you could.
I more mean to move up with you.
It's still a hallway. There might be people coming across the hall.
I mean, either way, we have to make movement at some point, and I'd rather be there. I'm gonna say this is between several messages.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Blue's looking over it, seeing if he could use thieves' tools to turn it off.
I think that we have to make the movement at some point anyways, if we are up there with you to help you. If things go wrong, that is better.
Blue, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh my god. I have a way around.
What?
I have a way around.
Oh.
21.
21. Just looking at this device, because of you're pretty knowledgeable when it comes to magic, you would know that this is magitech. So this is stuff that artificers play with. This is how magical weapons and stuff exist. you would know that using your thieves tools on this, unfortunately, would not turn the magic off. You could make sure that any physical traps that could trigger wouldn't activate, but unfortunately, this doesn't stop the magic of how the spell works on the door. You would need to either disable.
Boy.
You would either need to disable it with using like dispel magic or like a spell to do that, something like that, or you could talk to Henrik, who's trained in Tinkerer's tools, to see if he can disarm it using his magic tinkering.
With the magic eyes, does it look like it'd be a loud spell?
You would know I'll say this with a 21 and your magic eyes, you could tell that this spell that's the issue. Magic eyes only tell you what the type of magic is. You do know the alarm spell. And it is something that either can be super loud outwards or only loud to one individual. You just don't know which one it is at the moment. That's the thing about magic eyes is, unfortunately, it's not it's not an answer all questions. It only answers the base question.
All right. Just gonna use message. Unless someone wants to use another dispel magic, the only thing we can really do is use the lever. So come on ahead.
Yeah, I'll move people forward.
All right. So you guys take the time to move forward. And as you do so...
Don't say that.
And as you do so, but I say you do see, as you kind of get to the side, you do see a couple of drow pass, but none of them take notice. None of them take notice of you. But you just hear some of them talking. But I say, unfortunately, none of you know this language. But you do watch as Alosa kind of comments. We need to get moving. Apparently the army is a little ahead of schedule.
How much so?
No.
They're getting close to the gate. They're near the villages outside.
Let's go.
We probably have about 20 minutes.
Shit. Guess we need to open this door before too long.
You watch as Alosa walks up to the door, and you watch as she mutters some words, and you watch as Blue. You can watch as the magic fades. She is going to burn a 3rd level spell slot.
All right.
Definitely
Let's
worth
go.
it, I'd say.
I can handle the next door. And then...
Alright.
And I assume you guys wait until the drow are away to open the door.
Since it'll be a loud drop, gonna just as soon as it's going to drop, pull out the silence.
Absolutely. So you guys.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So I'll say with your guys' powers combined, you're able to definitely, especially with Garnet and Belwraith, just pulling the gear, pulling on the wheel to hoist the door up. I assume you guys get in, and as you guys let go of the handle, you guys start to move inside. As the door starts to come down, Blue, I just assume you activate the stone. Just have it. You just have it out.
The little box and then closing it again.
Exactly. Just open the little box so that just. And as the door comes, which you hear nothing. All of a sudden, the room went from sounds of a little bit of wind, drow talking, all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, it's pure silence. And as the door comes down, you expect to hear that loud slam. Nothing. Just pure silence.
Is it a portcullis, or is it a solid door?
It is. This is a pretty solid door, which at this point you guys see a... I'll ask this question because I forgot to ask prior. You took the head off the demon. I assume you left the rest of the body.
I'm actually pretty sure that the
It's a pretty large being. Oh yeah, no, it faded. It faded. It turned into ooze.
ichor and then
Yeah, you guys see the black ichor on the ground, but that's it.
Right.
Which
Okay.
now, at this point, the rest of the party, aside from Kazir and Blue, you walk into this massive chamber, which appears to have this alien-looking device. Like, Belwraith, you've never seen anything like this before. It is something that it again, to just reiterate what it looks like. It looks like something out of a sci-fi film. Like, it is a massive, like, almost like a spire that goes up up to the ceiling where the cathedral is and downwards. It's almost like I compared it to like the Energy reactor from 5Ds, or like the center of the Death Star from Star Wars. It's just this massive mechanical tower.
Are there windows in this room?
No, this is a closed off area. There is a ramp that seems to be going forward and up. Basically, in which Kazir and Blue, you would remember seeing this way, but you saw where the demon and the door going outwards is.
We just wanted to hurry on out.
Yeah. I figure out the ramp is towards the archive.
Yes, you would know based on Sopic's information that leads directly to the archive.
That's where all the bad shit is. Just double checking my knowledge. That's where all the cursed objects are.
That is correct. That is where cursed objects, forbidden stuff, basically things that the paladins, the knights, cardinals, and arcardinal could not destroy. Like,
Right.
Time to go steal all of it.
or it was just better to have it in the material plane than to try to send it anywhere else.
Right. As we enter this room and Belwraith would start walking up the ramp, he'd say, keep in mind the room we are entering is classified. Everything is classified. If you take something from here, then it is the same as high treason, which I suppose you are all already familiar with.
Considering you all...
However, you will not be fighting a king this time. A king has, well, I suppose he was a dragon, but you will not be fighting one man or one creature if you do take anything from this church.
There's a good chance every cathedral in the world would probably try to hunt you for using these.
Yeah.
Just to be completely open here. These are not like your run-of-the-mill objects.
I just have a strong feeling this place is gonna be just completely empty. Just got that feeling resting down in my gut.
It's possible, but
Also,
If
I don't. After seeing that there was, an anchor that could open a portal to the Far Realms, I don't want to deal with that. Let's go.
All right. So
We're in a hurry.
So no.
Agreed.
I'm about to say no stealth checks necessary in the engine room. The only thing that was in here, is dead.
Killed it.
yeah.
Yeah, immediately.
Is the
Excellent elimination.
door up ahead trapped, Blue?
Which, speaking of, I'll ask the question again. Because you're Blue, you guys going up ahead?
Yep.
Belwraith isn't slowing his pace. He's
There,
walking with them.
there is no door.
Mm.
This is literally a ramp that goes directly into the archive room.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Upon coming into this room, Belwraith, you would know this room is normally very under lock and key. Everything is chained. There are magic wards, symbols. Everything's set up to keep these things like out of sight, out of mind. There's scrying marks to prevent people, all the demons and devils and cults from finding these items. Literally, your guys' church designated this area as this is the safest place to keep these items, because otherwise any person could do dangerous things with.
This is pretty much the safest area in the country. Probably.
But to your horror, as you come up, the symbols you remember seeing on the walls are gone. Marks that have been literally here for ages, even prior to this Scales of War becoming a part of, like, being a part of Tyr, like the actual Cathedral of Tyr, you know, in its founding, they were here. There are marks on the wall, damages, like they purposely destroyed sections of the bottom of the church to prevent the symbols from working. You see 3/4 of this room has been cleaned out. There are only about 15 chests left in here, and some of them are like left with the most basic defenses. You get the sense that they probably took some of the most dangerous items and moved them out first. Except one. I will say this. Belwraith, you do not need to roll a check on this because you were trained to be the Arch Cardinal. There is one chest that by law of Tyr can never leave this cathedral. One chest. They from the walls, you can see they tried to move it. But apparently they could not. You see this weird, you see this almost like Gothic symbol on the wall. Very like, I would say for you guys, it's very like Greek, like manuscript, like what they used to do on like the Colosseum walls, and like what they would do in the great churches, or like not the great churches, but like the great what are they called? The kind of like the spires in which in like ancient Greece they would hold like meetings and stuff.
Right.
You see that you see that symbol is still there, but you're starting to see it like it's slowly fading. And Blue, with your magic eyes, you can see this weird, incredibly powerful magic coming off of this. It does not have a school. It is almost pure celestial magic. But you're watching as it's like slowly fading.
Need to hurry.
Belwraith, you have no idea what's in this chest. What is in this chest has been lost to time, but it's been passed down from Arch Cardinal to Arch Cardinal that this chest is to never leave. It would spell a doomsday. The only way you would know what's in this chest is you'd have to check the archives. Not the archives, but like the actual like libraries of the Arch Cardinals, which only an Arch Cardinal would have. I mean, you could try.
Balraith has given his warning. He will not stop you.
I'm not touching that thing.
Yeah. For you, Blue, this hurts your eyes to like stare at because it's like, like right into your eyes.
I'm dumb, not stupid.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, technically, we already know that it couldn't be moved. But
the only
the player.
Well, Belwraith does. We don't.
With that specific one, Belwraith will not stop you.
The other thing you would know, Belwraith, there is something similar to this in near Mount Thunder, in the necropolis. You as the Arch Cardinal know this, or as you were being trained to be the Arch Cardinal, know that there's something.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It is the only other one like this is right next to a nexus to the abyss.
All right.
That's fading fast. We gotta go. Your god's dying.
Oh, I didn't know that was possible. Oh, well, yeah, I'll stick with that.
I mean, yeah.
Is there?
Well, I'm sticking with Kazir not knowing that.
I mean,
because...
what would Kazir know if a god could die?
I don't think so. That's part of
exactly. There's no lore or history of a god dying, at least to your knowledge.
That time god that got corrupted.
That is true. That is the only time.
this is different.
Technically,
this is not
technically, as
corruption.
far as we know, he didn't die though.
He became a corrupted monster.
Exactly. And as far as
And
we
then was killed.
locked up, right?
Yeah, he's not dead.
He's dead.
He's he became
Trapped in this
dead
astral
to
plane.
me.
he's trapped in the river Styx, in a realm of void, in an abyssal lair that is formed there and known as the Void.
Well, we have 3 in Blue's lockbox, and then 3 more buried underground right now.
So there's
Fair
a
enough.
total of 21 that's currently saved, but 3/4 of this room is gone.
Yeah.
Basically,
Gotta
Um,
go.
there. But as far as you can see, Blue and Kazir, with your guys' passive perception, there does not appear to be anybody in this room. It appears to be empty. It is just you guys right now.
We gotta
Oh.
go. My eyes hurt.
Yeah, probably for the best.
This is probably the room where we should hold until the army is at the gate.
You sure?
How close is this room to where we gotta be?
So you would know this, Balraith. From the archives, you would go upwards, and it would lead you to the secondary prey chamber, which is like the meeting room in which all of the like the cardinals would come together to speak, and with the holy knights. But that chamber is connected to the great hallway, the grand hallway of bells, which is where the dwarvish bells that used to circle this area have now been gathered together. They act as the church's chime bells, and that would connect directly to the main prayer chamber, which is where the Archdinal would speak with the followers of Tyr and give his grand speeches.
And that's where we're assuming him to be
Yes.
at this point, and I'm gonna just hold for now. I'm going to make sure that we are correct in our assumptions, and I would like to cast Locate Creature.
All right.
And I want to find Jahath, if I can.
Hold on, let me just pull up the spell real fast.
I don't think you can locate a person with locate
Yeah,
creature.
that's the thing, but let me check real fast.
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind. So long as you have seen such a creature up close.
The only problem is that it, unfortunately, according to this, the spell can locate a specific creature known to you, or the nearest creature of a specific kind. So if you say like human, like it would come up as. I mean, I guess if it's specifically though, you can give a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locate person is a thing. I don't know if those count as creatures or not.
Yeah, I just clicked locate person, but it brought me directly to the locate creature spell.
Yeah, I sent it in the chat.
Yep, I see that in the chat, in the Roll20 chat.
Yeah, locate person just shows you locate creature.
Yeah, so I would assume
Yeah.
specific name, it would work. However,
Also, I'm looking it up. According to a lot of different sources, players are counted as creatures. So
yeah, because theoretically you guys are tiefling, human, tabaxi, furbolg, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So I know, right? Well, I'm God, so.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, true.
So with that being said,
Anti-cry.
but yeah, Garnan, you've Garnan. Apparently, you're. I don't know what you're feeling right now, but Belwraith. God.
I've done that voice in a while.
But Belwraith, you focus and you concentrate. You say Jahath's name, and it's almost like you feel a dark shiver go up your spine. How come you only want my attention when I'm streaming?
Okay, so
But you can feel a presence, and it is exactly in the direction. Like it gives an exact location, correct? Like at least a certain number of feet.
Like a ping.
Let me.
I don't think it's.
Or is it just give a direction?
You sense the direction.
As long as you have seen such a creature up close.
Know the direction of its movements. You would know what the creature's
Yeah.
moving, or so you would know the direction to go and the specific feet it would take to get there.
Does it say what I know the distance?
Yes, because it's only as long as the creature is within 1,000 feet, you would know feet of you. You would know exactly where to go to get to them.
Right. Okay, so it'll tell me distance too.
For the most part, pretty much.
Okay. We have a bunch of anti-scry magic, so if he is an Abyssal Lord now, then hopefully it's helping us block that shit.
Yeah, well, you get the feeling that they're probably, if you would have done this, it probably wouldn't have worked if all the symbols were still on the walls.
Oh, probably not.
But now that they've been
Right
removed,
there.
that's the cathedral's natural defense against scrying. So because you see that this is destroyed, as soon as you cast the spell, it's like there's nothing to protect, at least to your knowledge, to protect Jahath from being scryed upon or located.
Unless he has his own stuff going on.
Exactly. But as far as like the church goes, it's like if you would have probably done this when you guys first showed up, it wouldn't have worked. But because you guys destroyed the device that prevented you from using those kind of spells, and they destroyed all the symbols, as far as the church goes, it can be scryed upon now.
No.
Cool.
Not necessarily a good thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I meant cool, like
cool.
yeah, makes
Cool as in for like you guys, because it's in this particular situation. But as far as like, oh yeah, well now a devil lord or somebody can know exactly where to go.
So,
God.
do I know where he is?
Yes, you would. He is within 1,000 feet of you. You can tell that he is in the direction of the great prayer chamber.
The
So
furthest he would be is the Great Prayer Chamber. When things go loud, I assume any of the drow remaining in the church, well, they'll spread out more, meaning we don't have to be as quiet. It would take us maybe 5 minutes to get there, if that.
pretty much. But that's only if you guys don't run into any problems or any issues.
Right. If we're stealthing, how long would be my guess?
If you're stealthing, probably about 10 minutes, because there are plenty of places to hide along the hall or along the Great Bell Hall, the Great Bell hallway, and in the secondary prayer chamber, like the secondary prayer chamber where the meetings would be. There are plenty of places to hide as well.
And the Bell Chamber is the second to last room before the Great Prayer Chamber, where we're figuring that Jahath is.
Say which room are you talking about?
The Bell Room.
The bell room would be literally, that is the direct path from, like, you would go from the secondary chamber to where the separation between it would be a hallway that would be the separation from the main entryway, that you would go to where, like, say for example, like just the flock would come to speak, like hear the word of Tyr, but past that room they would take this hallway, which is the hallway of bells, to get to the Great Prayer Chamber where the Arcardinal would speak.
Okay. I'm telling people the map because I'm having a bit of a difficulty tracing it myself. I need to find a window. I have an idea.
Okay. Well, you would know that there are windows in the secondary prayer chamber, so the room that's right attached to this one.
Okay.
Problem with that is I don't know how many people would be gathered out in front of the church.
especially during a time like this.
Yeah.
Where should we post up? I need a window for...
So, from the secondary prayer chamber, if you were to go up to it, there are two ways to go. You could either go into the hall that would then divide into either the public prayer chamber, which is where like the flock would come, and then there's also the path that goes through the Hall of Bells that takes you directly to the actual great prayer chamber where the Arcardinal speaks. But there is another way to go from the secondary prayer chamber, it would take you in the direction of like it would take you to the oh gosh, I'm looking at my map here. It would take you to the eastern section of the cathedral, and it would take you to where one of the archival rooms for identification. So it would be like magic text, learning about like this is where most of the cardinals in training would learn like the difference between holy scripture, like magic, holy magic from other gods, the difference between abyssal, infernal, and all that stuff. Like it's essentially a educational side of the cathedral. It's where the cardinals would learn.
Okay.
Still want to cast Forbiddance?
Yeah, that's what I just remembered. Okay, at this point, we're running out of time, so I just want to get on the same floor as Jahath.
Okay, so you guys want to go up to the secondary prayer chamber?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you go up,
I have so much trouble putting maps together in my head.
I apologize, but I say
It's all right. It's not your fault.
that like
Don't worry, I have that problem too.
I'm basically like doing like for me, I have this done like Resident Evil style for myself, where I have like separate papers for top floor, medium floor, lower floor, basement, freaking bottom there, tunnel. Like I literally have like divided out like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's a good way to do it.
Because
Okay.
of the fact that you would know that you would take this you would know that the like higher floor basically there is only one upper chamber for the cathedral, and that would be in the grand prayer chamber where you guys saw in Thopek's memory where Jahath is,
Right. Okay.
and his sleeping chambers.
Yeah. So we're thinking he's in the Great Prayer Chamber, which is the highest floor.
Yes, basically the grand hallway of bells would go is slightly elevated because it's supposed to be like a walkway to essentially a walkway to talk to Tyr. You would go up like this. It's a ramp. It's not like stairs. It's like a ramp that goes upwards. It's a slight incline in which you would get to this massive chamber. Massive chamber where like literally in a case of an emergency you could fit most of the town in there, at least for the most part. Like citizens, not property. Bless you. Not property, citizens.
Thank you.
Okay, so to me, the Chamber of Bells makes the most sense for casting Forbiddance and being right and close.
I'm gonna let you guys talk for a second. I gotta pee real fast. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everyone else?
Yeah, let's go there.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we'll do then.
Has Wild
It-
been talking? Or did I just
No,
zone out?
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I knew you were muted. I was just not sure if I had heard you talk in a while or, you know.
Yeah,
Great.
I hope I'm not being overbearing.
You are. I hate you.
Well, a little, but this is kind of your show.
Mhm.
Oh, so in
Okay.
a way, this part is because you're So it's not like it's just you being a glory hog. You know, it's character stuff.
Okay.
I'm just trying to hurry it along so I can go to bed.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah. I apologize. I'm trying to think it smart and do the be quick and be smart, you know?
Yeah, completely understandable.
Okay, so we'll get to that room. Cast Forbiddance. It takes 10 minutes. Which, you know, we should have time for that. Probably. Yeah, no, it's gonna be huge. Hopefully.
Okay, I am back. I apologize,
Welcome
guys.
back. It's fine.
I just had to pee real fast, and then Abby brought me food.
I want food.
I say
Uh,
Abby made bolognese with garlic toast.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
fucking what?
yeah, we'll be stealthing to the Chamber of Bells.
All right.
I'm gonna send you a blue sheet. I gotta go to bed.
Okay, buddy.
I wake up at 4:30.
So I'm so sorry we started late, Broham.
Sorry to hear you gotta call it. Hope
Good
you have a-
luck.
So, man,
We're gonna die. If you want, I can control blue.
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, bye.
Night, buddy.
Peace, bro. Sleep well.
alright, well,
Well, that being said, I apologize. I'm quickly chewing my
No
pipe.
worries.
yeah, that's alright.
Anyways, as I was saying, you guys basically want to head up to the secondary chamber. I will ask the question. Will Kazir and Blue sneak up ahead just to be on the safe side?
Yep. Well, Kazir will. Well, at
I-
least can't speak for Blue. Sorry.
But I say
Sure,
I would say Blue would. God, Blue keeps. Oh my good lord, Tiny.
Ooh, not 20.
Gotta respect his notes. But a nat 20? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Gonna go ahead and roll for Blue real fast because I have his stats.
I'd try to take better notes. I just can't type
And
fast enough.
and that
really.
is okay. Gotta say.
I just never remember to.
I have a hard time figuring out what's important and what isn't.
Yeah.
And that is fair.
That's also part of it.
Again, completely fair. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do you guys dirty.
I don't want you to do me at all.
God.
Oh.
Yeah, Daredevil. What is that sound?
Could be my mouse.
It's him scrolling like a child.
Oh, understandable.
Yeah.
It sounded like
It's-
Minecraft eating sounds or something.
It-
Here we go.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, Blue's
And I'm
fine. That's a 20. That's a 26 for Blue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Blue. Man, Jesus Christ. I'm looking at all this magic. Yes. Okay. So you guys sneak up ahead. As you guys are going, you are seeing movement. Not necessarily in this room, but you see like the door has like opened and closed. With a passive perception of 19 for Kazir. You could tell that this door has been. People were in here recently,
Ooh.
but it seems like they were kind of moving.
Okay, cool.
But as far as both Blue and you, based on your passive perceptions, you are looking in a pretty decent-sized prayer chamber. There is a lot of like incense candles, various like pews for people to sit in and talk. There are tables in this room, and a symbol of Tyr. But it is the symbol of Tyr, which is normally the essentially what is it called? It's like a balancer. It's a thing. It's a symbol of justice. Forget what it's called
Oh,
offhand.
scale.
Scales. Thank you. Good lord, I literally called to play Scales of War. How the fuck? Never mind. Anyways, you do notice something's off though. Both of the scales that how it'd be holding, they're both down on the. They're both downwards, touching the chain has been removed, and they're both of the sides of the scales are touching the stand. That's not a good sign.
I just. Oh, sorry.
No good.
I just realized I sound like Tim Allen when I do that. Oh. Sorry.
You're good. But to your knowledge, because you're as far as you can see, nobody else is in here.
Cool. Did I just cut out?
No,
Oh, never
I
mind.
heard you.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we should let him know.
Agreed.
Blue is going to cast a message so you guys are aware that you guys could come up.
Am I cutting or is everyone else?
Yep. No, you're good. Can you?
Winter
Can...
just
Okay.
got out, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, just
Blue. All I said was Blue would cast a message downwards to you guys to let you know to come up.
Yeah, and then we'll move.
Okay. You guys go up.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys come upwards into the secondary prayer chamber, there are two doors. One to the the southwestern direction, and one in the eastern direction. You would, Belwraith, you would know that the southwestern direction is how you would get to the Hall of Bells.
Yeah. Go southwest that direction. Once you get to the Hall of Bells, you'll know when you get there. Hold there. If there's guards at the door, hold before. Out of sight.
sorry. You got.
All right. So you guys start making your way towards
Another
that door.
roll?
Yep. If you're gonna stay stealthy, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, Kazir. I'm gonna roll one for Blue again.
We'll be following about 40 feet behind.
40 feet behind. Okay. Why don't you go ahead? Why don't you the rest of the party go ahead and roll me a stealth check as well?
Roll what?
Stealth check.
Ooh, damn! 19 on the die.
Do I have
that's a
disadvantage?
30. Yes. Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Because you're essentially a shadow.
And don't forget, Henrik's got the
The boots of
It's two.
Alpenkind. Yep.
y-
Got you covered.
Dirty 20.
Blue also got a dirty 20.
That's 11.
Nice. All right. But I say Henrik with his boots of Alpenkind. So that's a natural 18 plus his bonuses. He's good. We're just gonna do a quick roll for everyone else. Good. Not great for Knackle, but still not bad. And much better for Bimp. Okay. So as you guys are kind of making your way, Blue and Kazir are leading the pack. You guys get to the chamber, where the Hall of Bells are, and you watch as a massive group of Drow making their way down towards the main prayer chamber. Not the grand prayer chamber, but the main prayer chamber.
Oh, that's not towards us, right?
Yeah, they're going away from you guys. Basically, they come down from where the Hall of Bells is, and they're going towards where the city is.
Okay.
Because basically,
makes sense.
yeah, they're basically going towards the chamber that they would let the flock of Tyr in to do sermons. So, but you do watch as a group of 30 Drow are going towards where the main gate is for the church. But they're going away from you guys.
Cool. Well, technically that's good for us, bad for the army.
Bad for the army, but at the same time, I think they're aware that this is going to be a rough fight.
True.
But you guys are currently at the intersection. You do see doors that would lead down to where the... you do see doors that would lead down to, or lead to the main prayer chamber. And you do see the hall. If you take a right going towards the northern direction, that is where the center of the cathedral is, and that's where the grand prayer chamber is.
Makes sense.
Basically, keep heading south, back towards the city where you guys saw the front of the church. Northern direction, take the northern path, you're heading directly where Jahath is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think we want to go north then.
And as you enter in, because of the fact that you guys have been taking time to stealth, as you get to the Hall of Bells, you hear a loud coming from the southern direction outside.
Do we have 10 minutes?
Yeah, you get the sense that there maybe the first attack was put, but as far as you could tell, there's nobody freaking out in the church, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
You gonna try to cast a spell?
I'm going to try to cast Forbiddance.
No,
and I'm going... It's a little bit risky. I'm going to move up, Isn't there a door blocking the Hall of Bells from...
Yes, there is. It is essentially, there are two sets of doors, one that would go toward... Basically, there's three directions to go. Going straight would just take you to the... It would take you to the western side of the castle, to the cathedral. But I say, but the two directions, there are two doorways, one to the main chamber and one to the grand chamber. And they're pretty decent sized doors.
Okay.
But they are openable and closable. That's not the
Okay.
issue.
Yeah. So we need to get to the room like right before where we're pretty sure Jahath is, which
That would be this door, because going forward there's just an open walkway to the grand chamber.
okay. In that case, I am going to do this.
All right.
Uh,
So you're gonna close the doors.
yeah, close doors.
Could zero out.
And describe to me how Forbidden's looks to you.
Cleanse takes 10 minutes to cast.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a 6th level spell slot, and it consumes 1,000 pieces, 1,000 gold pieces. Well, a powdered ruby worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. But would 1,000 gold pieces suffice?
Yeah, I will rule a cool this for you, and I will allow it.
Fuck yeah.
Sweet.
He'd go up to the door leading into Jahath's chamber.
Mm-hmm.
He puts his hand on the door and begins incantation. It's constant. It does not stop for the entire 10 minutes. And once it is cast, it's a 4-kilometer radius, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
everyone sees it. It goes. Have you seen? You know the. It's called like the seismic bomb. It's the thing that.
Yes.
It's in the Slave One.
Yes.
Star Wars.
I am aware.
It's almost like that, but it's like a golden color,
That.
and it spreads out a full 4 kilometers before slowly dissipating.
Oof.
And he is going to target everyone in that area if they are. I think I was gonna go with all of them, right?
Yes.
If they are celestial, if they are celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, then they are going to take 5d10 radiant damage every 6 seconds or every round when they end. I believe when they end their turn in that 4-kilometer area, or it's actually 40,000 feet.
Yeah, I can see that. Jesus criminy. So you do this, and you do watch as you and Alosa feel like a slight tinge of pain, but you're fine. Because remember, you guys, like, I have a flavor of that heritage, but you're still humanoid in a sense. Like, these are full fiends, full, like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you, as you do this, you can almost feel like there is aches and pains coming from the people, like, downwards. You can actually are starting to hear some people, like, just utterances. This lasts how long?
A day.
And this goes for 40,000 feet. Jesus criminy. I'm gonna have to... Holy fuck. That's a range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how big a half mile is, but
About
I
2,000
think-
feet.
yeah, so Forbiddance is the largest area of effect spell in the game.
Makes sense.
I did not know that until now because I don't know metric. But
Why?
because I'm not fucking stupid.
Damn, called out.
Simple as. You try the metric system sometime, bozo.
But make sure you mark off that 6th level spell slot.
Yep, already done.
And you do hear some very faint yelling from the Grand Chamber. Because this affects anything that is Fey, Fiend, Celestial, so on.
Yeah, technically it's a 30-foot height, but I'm alright with everyone getting hit by it.
Essentially, well, I mean, it reaches a range of 40,000 feet.
Yeah.
No one.
It's like a diameter of 40,000, but a height of 30 feet. But if you want to say that everything's hit by it, I'm not gonna complain.
Well, that's just it. It's a slight elevation. It's not a massive incline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
For the entire time, I was picturing like this Notre Dame on steroids kind of a building.
I mean, yes, it is. You're essentially hitting like the church and then directly outside of the church. Essentially, like it's basically how I designed the city. You're pretty much hitting every sector of the city, but it's not reaching the walls.
It's not a sphere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. But you're pretty much hitting. You're pretty much hitting many sections of the city just all at once with this.
Also, no magical travel can happen inside that area.
That is good to know.
That is like the big thing about that. I can send it in the chat so that everyone has.
Make sure you put that in the chat so everybody knows, because
Yeah, I sent it in the D&D
that is
or Roll20 chat.
That is huge.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't teleport. No more portals. No planar travel. No one can come into that area or leave that area through magical means. I think that even Misty Step is blocked. Like, everything.
Yes.
Fucking my shadow thing.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that might count, but
Technically,
just figured that out.
your shadow magic would still work
Okay, cool.
because
Because you're not moving.
you're not teleporting from location to location. You're literally moving in the shadows, or like
Okay,
literally in the shadow.
yeah, I figured that just wanted to make sure rather than assume.
However, that would mean your teleportation daggers won't work either in this location
Oh yeah, shoot.
because it is a teleportation magic.
We don't want him to get away.
Yeah, definitely fair.
This causes damage and prevents people from escaping. This is a really good spell.
Yeah.
Very useful.
So yeah, I mean,
You do hear noises coming from the Great Chamber up ahead of you.
yeah, just remind me that every 6 seconds, everything takes 5d10 damage.
All right, I have it noted right here, and I'm having to make some marks because there were a couple of tricks in here inside of this church. If you would have gone to different sections, you're already starting to hear some demonic screaming.
Yeah.
Not coming from. You do hear some slight like wails coming from the Grand Chamber, but it's not like massive. But in like other sections of the church, you are hearing like actual like demonic cries of pain.
Yeah. Music to my ears. Is this a metal door or a wooden door?
It is a wooden door, but it has metal inlays.
Going in.
Yeah,
Do you want to kick a door for me?
absolutely.
Um,
Wha-bam!
So just dramatic effect, just just
I rage.
just massive boot. You kick a door open, and I assume you're walking towards the grand. You're walking into the Grand Chamber.
Oh yeah, like, a helmet on, visor down, and like, sword out, just walking.
All right, and as you walk in, you see. I'm gonna go ahead.
One more thing. That also is not concentration.
I know. I had to look at it. I'm like, there's no way. And it's like, nope, it's not concentration. I'm like, I mean, but then again, the trade-off is it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah.
Fair.
This is not something that you could like, I'm going to cast this in a round, or guys, just hold them off for 10 rounds and then I'll cast it. It's like, no, if this was combat, that would take 100 rounds of combat to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, I think this is the intended use for the spell. Like,
Basically,
Agreed.
you're dealing with a horde of creatures from other realms, like realms that are not your own, and you're casting a spell that literally forbids them from being here.
yeah, they can't leave, they can't come in, and they take damage.
Literally.
Yee.
Like, their only shot is fleeing, but good luck running. How many miles is that?
That at 40,000 feet, that is... Oh gosh, hold on. I'm going to do a quick comparison.
If it was meters, it'd be 40 kilometers, but...
Yeah, but I'm quickly...
Yeah.
That is 7.5 miles.
Yeah, good luck running 7.5 miles before you...
Explode.
Yeah.
Because you're taking you're taking, what, 5d10?
Yeah, 5d10 damage every 6 seconds.
Like,
and if a knife does 1d4...
Like, this is
Like-
basically... And this is all magic radiant damage.
Mm-hmm. There's no immunity to it, there's no resistance, you just die.
But but I will describe this to you. As you walk into this, Balwraith, you've seen this room before. This is literally, you've been in here so many times. You are in the chamber in which the last Arcardinal, who once upon a time took care of this church, and you've met, and who inspired you, inspired others, so many others to follow the word of Tyr and to follow in footsteps of justice. You would normally see pews everywhere, places to sit essentially a small altar in which and a podium in which the Arcardinal would stand behind and speak the word of Tyr, telling their followers the great words and how to be a better person in the eyes of society through Tyr's lessons. You do not see that in this room. Pews are destroyed. Like, you're seeing markings on the walls symbolic of abyssal and infernal heritage. You see there are individuals in this room. There is a grand total of about 8 people in this room. You see them all kind of spread out. But as you walk into this room from the door, you see 5 drow in total. 4 of them dressed in like combat armor, like very leathers and metals. You know, carrying swords and carrying crossbows and all. You see a drow dressed in scholarly robes, female. Actually, no, not female. I apologize. There is a female, but she's also carrying blades and whatnot. But you see a male dressed in robes. Kazir, you recognize this individual, and so does Baloo.
Oh.
You would recognize this as Karik's brother.
Oh.
The one who married a matron mother that you guys murdered. Oh, did I
remember.
Did I cut out? I apologize.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he was the one who married the matron mother from another family.
You're cutting out twice in a row.
I notice. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing the mic is having a hard time picking me up for some reason. So I'm just gonna stick a little closer to the microphone.
Probably a good idea.
You see a familiar paladin, a holy knight turned dark, and you can now, as you recognize him, his name. Hold on one second. You recognize Sigmund, the human in which you guys fought. Sorry, not Sigmund. Did I get his name? Is it Sigmund? He was the one.
I think so. That seems right. I might be wrong though. My memory's.
It's all good. Hold on, I'm just double checking. Yeah, it's Sigmund Xandrin, the one you guys fought in the in the main district of the one blue pulled a pole and like split him with the good lord.
I know the name. It's just
Yeah.
dropped right out
Yeah.
of my head.
Yeah, it is Holy Knight Sigmund Xandrin. But he watches his armor is now a little bit more decked out, and he is looking in your guys' direction as you come in. Belwraith, do you see two horrors before you? But I'm going to talk about one, the other horror before I talk about your main nightmare here. You see a silver scaled dragonborn. Some of the scales turned black, as you do recognize this individual. Based on some of the symbols on her body, you would recognize her as Holy Knight Melthar Zofran. Essentially, she was one of the heads of the Holy Knights of Scales of War. She seems to be, like, some of her scales have turned completely black. Unfortunately, you don't know what that means. But
Do I think that she has dominate person?
That would be you would know personally to turn her, of all individuals, it would have taken like a lot to convince her to, like, it almost like she'd have to betray her vow as a paladin to join what they're trying to do. You're pretty damn confident this person, like Melthar, would have had to be dominated. She's one of those ride or die with Tyr, or I'd rather die than to betray him. Like, my duty is not bound to you, our cardinal. My duty is bound to the god.
There.
Okay.
The only thing is the black scales, like in her silver scales, does not make sense to you.
Okay.
And last but not least, sitting on what appears to be a throne of like jagged metal, just kind of put together with slight bits of wood. You see countless symbols of various gods, like all over this throne, but the big one you see is a symbol of Tyr. That's essentially, it's almost like its scales are holding what appears to be like some kind of dark liquid.
Right.
This can't be good.
I wanna. He's not hiding his presence.
No.
Obviously.
No, you.
I want to look over at Blue before addressing them. Hold on. Give me thaumaturgy.
I will rule. I don't know if he has that. Let me double check. But I will rule.
I believe he does.
I'm just double checking real fast his spell list.
I wanted to make my voice 3 times as loud.
I have thaumaturgy if you need it.
Sure, let's get as many as we can. Same effect.
Cool.
Just stack the effect.
Just double down on. We'll just double down on the thaumaturgy effect.
Yeah,
Go.
I'll be if Blue casts it and you cast it, Garnan, I'll also cast it, which makes my voice 3 to the power of 3 or 9 times.
Let me pull up thaumaturgy.
Your voice boom. The effect that I'm looking for is your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. This is more of a math question. So, I think it would be 3 to the power of 3.
It would be.
Which
27 times as loud? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. So everyone hears Belwraith.
China hears Belwraith, and they're not even in the same.
Yeah, you literally.
Yeah.
This could be heard by anybody who's anywhere near the cathedral, even further. Like this is. You are literally able to. You're essentially as loud as a mega. You are essentially as loud as a megaphone that is like stretched along a massive like stadium.
Yeah. And he speaks.
Go ahead.
People of Padstow, for too long you have suffered under a church that calls themselves righteous while taking its money out of your pocket for its own greed. For too long, your right to worship has been stripped and held away from you. I, Belwraith Philindor, vow to you, the people, under all God's names, to undo this injustice brought so unfairly upon you. And to those of you who remain in the church, flee, you will be hunted. Fight, you will be killed. Surrender, and you will be forgiven. I know for some of you, your minds are not yours, but for most of you, I believe there is peace, perhaps warm, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, and his eyes move to Jahath, the darkest pit of the 9 hells is opening to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devils waiting, old friend.
All right. I will just go ahead and say this. Wanderer, you can go ahead and take a point of inspiration, since you took so much time to actually make this and adapt it and so on. So you can go ahead and put that up. I, as the DM, am giving you a point of inspiration.
Can I roll intimidation?
Go ahead.
I feel like I should have advantage. Just
I'm going to say, sure, why not?
I'm also gonna put guidance. Can I put guidance on?
I would say unfortunately not, because this would take longer than what guidance would allow.
Yeah. Well, 14.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do an intimidation. You get the feeling that maybe some of the drow are feeling that.
No.
But
From blue, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say blue can.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on.
What's his addition?
His addition would be an extra. I'll say an extra D8, because that is what his bonus would be.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
It's a dirty 20.
All right. You do see the drow looking nervous, very nervous. But I say, and even, Sigmund is nervous. But you see that the paladin, you see Melither doesn't even seem affected, and you see your old friend dressed in what appears to be blackish plate mail armor. Silver threads, almost like silver threads going down over the sides. Helmet that seems to, it looks to be it seems to have horns coming out the side, but you see almost like an angelic like circle going around the horns, and you see these black wings come out of his back.
I'm back.
As he looks over to you.
Belwraith. It has been some time, my old friend. I can see that, you've made your decision on where you stand, but I would be remiss if I didn't offer you one chance. You're on a losing side, following a god that has lied to us for so long. Come, my friend. Please support us.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of...
You're good.
No worries.
You're good.
Pardon me.
Just say no, L plus ratio.
No.
Who looks to be the highest ranking drow in the room?
That would be the... Let me actually go ahead and show you guys the map.
Oh.
I apologize, this room is slightly barren. There's some stuff I wanted to add, but
It's fine.
It is what it is.
He'd be like, I don't have control over...
I have not given you guys permissions yet.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
Oh, anyways, pardon me.
Better say just quickly moving some stuff over real fast because images and whatnot. I just move Yes, I can just move these to the side.
Oh no! I just realized what time it is. We're probably gonna end up cliffhanger here.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We're not ending yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
I'm really tired.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, better say. I mean, I can ask this. Would you guys? Well, let's finish this up and we'll discuss.
Okay.
But you can see this chamber ahead of you, and I'm gonna quickly give you guys your permissions. Because this way I don't have to worry. Even if we do, I can at least do this at a...
I don't want to wait another week.
I know you don't.
I don't
We
blame you one
should.
bit. It's one of those things, though, where we're missing 2 players.
Yeah,
And
morally, we should.
Others are...
I fucking don't want to. I really want to wrap this up, you know?
I know,
Oh, yeah.
but at the same time, like, it's one of those situations.
We're also missing 2 people, so.
Yeah, like, fucking sucks.
I know, but at least you guys are here. Hold on a second. Giving you guys control of your characters. Trust me, as a DM, I don't want to push it off either, but at the same time, some of you guys work at like super early in the morning. And I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
have work tomorrow, so I'm good to keep going if everyone else wants to.
I'm good.
I'm alright with going.
yeah, if we want to keep going for a bit, better say. I mean, the thing is, we don't know how this battle will go.
This combat's going to
Yeah.
take for fucking ever, though. That's just a given.
Yeah.
Why is
It's
dark mode is on, and yet it is so bright in this.
Yeah.
Either way, you guys should have control of your characters.
yep.
I'll check in a second. Yep, I can.
Better say.
Yes.
As you guys, but you do see, Belwraith, that Jahath does look directly at you.
That's this.
Yep.
He doesn't respond. Who looks to be the highest ranking?
That would be this individual right here.
He looks to that person and says, "You have this chance and only this chance. You may flee. If you do not leave now, call off your forces now. This will be the last time that you breathe. This will be the last daylight that you see."
And so as you say that, and you go to, like, you watch as the drow seems to kind of register what you're saying, and almost like there's a motion to do something, and you just hear Jahath go, "Belay that order. You know what our deal is with the Spider Queen. You fail to uphold your side, and we will not assist you either. Know your place, whelp. You would unless you wish to feel our wrath."
Just checking. So Spider Queen is the one we killed. Oh no, wait, no, that's the goddess.
Yeah, that's the goddess. The queen of spiders is Lolth. The queen of spiders and deceit.
Brain skipped a beat.
No,
for
it's all
me
good.
there.
No, you are perfectly within your thought of like, oh yeah, no, a matron is a direct follower of Lolth, by the way, like a direct follower.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'll counter with, or help us, and you will be protected under the light of Tyr and my own gods.
And you watch as Jahath just steps over one space and looks directly at you.
What's his range for me?
I see that there's no way to convince you to join my side. I apologize that it has to be this way, Balwraith. My oldest and dearest friend. I should have killed you. I shouldn't have done what I did. I should have just ended your life. but there is time to make up for that.
And you watch as he pulls from his side what appears to be like a dark obsidian blade, with the tip and handle both being a blood red shade. I would now like each of you to go ahead and roll me initiative, and within this box, go ahead and give me a placement of where you guys would like to start.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Who currently has my ring? Is it still Alosa?
It's still Alosa.
Pretty sure Alosa would still have it. All right.
Did not roll great on initiative.
Oh, fuck. I rolled a 2.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna.
So that
rolled an
means.
8.
Let me double check.
I gotta
My
pull.
brain just shit.
I gotta pull.
3 plus 3, so 5.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going last.
Oh no, wait. Don't I have a thing for initiative because I'm a rogue?
Let me double
Or
check.
am I thinking of something else?
Wait,
Oh yeah. No, I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going last.
You rolled below a 5.
I rolled a
Ooh.
natural 1.
Oh, that hurts.
That is very fitting. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for. But I already rolled for all the enemies. Okay. These are some good rolls for the enemies. If you kind of feel bad about that.
Does this guy seem that, like... He's definitely stuck between a rock and a hard place, but... Are they...
There seems to be a...
Consider...
There is a look of consideration, at least on that guy's face.
Right. What about the other drow?
The other drow, they're nervous, they're scared, they do look back at their master, but the moment Jahath speaks, it's almost as if like an affirmation.
Right.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
What about him?
How skimpy does he look?
He looks to be pretty decently armed. But I say he looks like he's like could square up and fight. Essentially, he seems like a martial combatant. The ones that don't quite like look a bit squirrely and not quite like physically imposing would be this one and this one. But these three seem.
I didn't see that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. The ones that look a bit like this one looks like their armor is a bit lesser. So probably more of a like a Khazir style fighter. And then this one is wearing robes and no armor.
Okay, so that's a mage. This is a skimpy little fuck nerd. I'm gonna kill him.
Her.
Her. Ah, shit, I gotta double dash to get over there. Winter, why do you always have to make the room so goddamn big?
Because this is a grand chamber. Like I told you as you guys were coming up here, like this is a room that if like an emergency happened, literally they could fit most of the citizens in here.
No.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You could move 30 and hold your action.
Why would I do that?
If you engage with them, then...
Yeah, but Garnet's reckless, remember?
Yeah.
Where is Layla?
Layla?
Layla is currently... Oh, yeah, right. Hold on. I gotta pull up a symbol for Layla.
Hold on. Dog?
Well, technically,
Yeah,
don't
my
you
dog.
have to do that
What-
for
well-
all the dogs involved? If you're
Well,
going
I would assume Blue would have left his dogs in
Oh,
the portable dungeon because there is no limited oxygen in there.
Also, how old is Layla by now?
Layla by now is actually like about 8 months now. Like Layla's a pretty decent size. I told you last time that Layla had reached not a medium size. In the next couple of months, she'll be rideable. Like but I say Garnan could start training to ride Layla because they will be reaching their dire size.
So she getting big.
Yeah, she's getting big.
Can you fucking imagine being the army outside the gate? You walk up to this city that's been taken over by drow, and then at the top of like the center area, this like golden circle explodes, and then and then you hear demonic screams inside the city. Like,
Yeah.
All right, so I need 25 to 20.
Nope.
Okay.
Seems like nobody.
All right. Henrik got.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Henrik had gotten a 23.
Oh. Nice.
Say the only problem is he's still third to go.
Ooh.
I rolled.
We're gonna get.
I rolled really well.
Ooh.
Say. Then it's Henrik. Then it would be after that. It would be. All right, and then 20 to 15.
And we are struggling.
Oh
today.
my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
let's see. Alosa
The
got.
rogue got 5.
Alosa got.
That shows how bad we might be.
Alosa got an 18.
Oh, thank God.
Do you
Someone
want
got-
to relinquish some of the NPCs to one of us, Winter, so this goes a little bit better?
Don't worry.
or-
I did plan ahead of this. I do have like preset actions for like that way I don't have to like stop and think of like what they would do and everything. I actually have like ways to like I essentially have some presets.
I
But-
want to throw the homing bear trap.
hold on. Before we get too far into this, are we sure we don't want to wait?
I mean, we could, but I say that way we can start
I'm really
early.
co-
But I say I can
I'm
at least
torn.
I can at least have this stuff set. Let me just get this all written down so that way we don't have to worry about this next week and we can jump right
I
into
mean,
it.
yeah, it's 2 people out of 5.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
I feel bad, but I say because this is a pretty big fight, I am gonna write down the initiatives and everything, and there is one thing that we're gonna do real fast, and then we can we could call it for the night.
All right.
But let me just get this all written down first, so that way
we can.
we can start right away.
Yeah, probably better to wait
That
until next
fucking
week. to do
sucks.
this.
I hate all of you. God damn it, Tiny.
I don't want to. Yeah, I
That-
don't want to either, really.
But
I
at the
mean,
but at the same time, it makes sense. This is a climactic fight, and this could actually decide what happens in this arc. People could
I
die.
can still,
People
I
could
can
die.
still be salty about it. I can still be salty about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure,
You are
completely.
you are fully in your right to be salty about it. I'm just saying that like I also as the DM don't want to be responsible for if Blue or Henrik die.
Yeah.
But 15 to 10.
Nope.
Good lord, guys.
I told you I
Holy
rolled
shit.
a 5.
Oh my god, we're going last, which almost makes sense. Like,
10 to 5.
Oi.
So
I got an 8.
Garnet got an 8.
Yeah. Did I throw that thing away?
oh god, this is a shit show already.
Yeah.
And then you got a 5, Kazir.
Yeah.
Knackle just beat you with a 6.
I'm slower than the Warforged.
Yes.
You're slower than a guy made of literal metal.
And then 5 to 1.
I rolled a natural 1, but I got a 3. So,
Oh my god.
Ugh.
It's almost fitting.
right?
Let us say. So we got right here at the bottom, we got Belwraith.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
So I will say, as this combat starts, though, I'll just keep this box here so that way, like, if Tiny or Henrik want to choose their positioning for their characters, they can.
Yeah, agreed. That makes sense.
But as the combat begins, Belwraith, you feel that static sensation start to go through your body. Normally it's in your head, but now it's spread amongst the rest of you, as you almost feel this draw directly to Jahath. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Uh,
Belwraith is
plus
gonna.
7.
Ooh.
23.
You do beat it. You feel this compulsion to actually, like, you have your weapon in your hand. You're ready for a fight. But instead of seeing the people around you, your sight you almost go, like, narrow sight, like tunnel vision, directly for Jahath. You almost felt a draw to come directly to him, and only him, to disregard others. As you were able to,
Well, actually, in that case, it's more fitting to choose to fail.
True, but there's some casualties to this effect, as you would have been under the compelled duel effect.
Under
Yeah.
the what effect?
There's a spell.
Duel.
There's a spell called compelled duel, in which you would literally you'd have to completely disregard everybody else.
I would kind of say go for it. I feel like
Yeah,
Do you-
I'm in.
Do you
I
want to
choose to fail.
You
I
choose to fail? You feel
Yeah,
that
Yeah, no, it makes sense for the character. He's pissed at this dude. This is the guy who stripped his life away. Like,
I mean, either
doesn't-
way, he'd target him. Yeah.
but
it does not make sense for Belwraith to pass this save.
in that case, Kazir and Garnan and Blue, since you three are pretty darn close to Belwraith in comparison to Henrik, Bim, Knuckle, and Alosa, you can see around the pupilless eyes of Belwraith. You see these black and white, like, magic lines start to go around his eyes, as you see that it's almost like living static around him, as you see his eyes are just only on Jahath. And with this fight about to go underway to what would be a very bloody and confrontational conclusion to this arc, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. But
I hate that.
But before we
yeah.
go, Garnan, there is something that I needed to do because I did this for everyone else, and you unfortunately couldn't be there at the time. Everyone had nightmares the night before.
Oh.
Showing them visions, and you also got one.
Okay.
That if you would allow me to indulge.
Garnan's upside down. Continue.
As you, God damn it, Garnan. You would know that this would be a dream. You've had visions before. Savros has shown you visions in the past, and you've walked along with others. But this feels wrong. This is almost disturbed. It's almost like you're walking into a forest, and you see visions. You see the vision of an orc, covered in scars and wielding a familiar blade, almost like shackled and pulled to the ground. As you are looking, you see people, furbolgs, people that you've known, members of your tribe, your own father. You see them marching in a direction. And as the further they go, like almost one by one, you watch as they vanish, gone, like almost like a bloody pool. You watch as they just disappear one by one. You see visions. You're seeing visions of an angelic being, with several eyes, almost the wings cut, as they fall to the ground. And you see a familiar woman in a forest. On a forest floor, like almost in a praying position, but you see chains holding her down, preventing her from leaving. The last thing you see an angelic woman. You watch as you almost can feel a smile as she looks at you. And you watch as you can see a large, looming figure bring a blade and cut her head directly from her body. Chains, pain, suffering, and death as you wake from this nightmare. This was the dream that Garnan had the night before this fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, each of the players got a nightmarish vision put before you. Each of them different in their own ways.
Can I ask you to do something for me real quick, Winter?
Absolutely. What can I do for you?
Can you, if you double click on an icon, I'm looking for you to double click on Jahath.
On Jahath? Yeah.
Yeah. It double click, and then there's a three red, green, blue, and under the token there's the
the magnifying glass or
the magnifying glass. Can you add the when you highlight it, it says Death Zone.
There you go.
Yeah, just so that I remember that we're locked in duel.
Absolutely. But that will conclude for tonight's session, anyways. And next week, guys, this is gonna be a very bloody combat. I will be frank with you as your dungeon master. Obviously, I do not want to sway your decisions on or how you guys want to do this fight. But I will say this: there is a very, very heavy chance someone could die.
Oh, definitely. This I can tell.
That is all I will say to you when it comes for this next week's session.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
Possible.
But yeah, right now you are marked for duel.
That's the weird that I wrote down the dream shit.
Yeah. Do you need a reminder what your dream was, Kazir?
I can watch the video.
Okie dokie. Go ahead.
You mean the rules on duel?
The rules on the compelled duel?
Yeah, just because I want to know what I can and can't do.
Absolutely. Well, this is
basically you have disadvantage on attacking anyone else that isn't him.
I mean, like, so the Sword of Redemption, people within 30 feet of me, if they take a hit, then I can transfer it to myself within 30 feet using a reaction, I think.
As a reaction, you could.
Did you get that?
He bought the Sword of Redemption. He got the Sword of Redemption at the same person that sold you the Sword of the Dragon Knot. The dwarf who sold it to you.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he got the Sword of Redemption from that. But the thing is that he couldn't use it until he finished training with the longsword. And thanks to...
Oh, okay.
And so, literally, Belwraith has been every single day, like, doing... Every day in-game has been rolling to see if he could succeed in mastering the sword. And the thing is like, when me and Wanderer were talking about it, he explained to me, like, how, like, if he could have the opportunity to work with somebody who knew how to use a longsword, he would take those opportunities. I had it so that Garnan also assisted, because of the fact that you weren't here to say, but I figured Garnan wouldn't argue in helping him learn to fight.
No, he hates Belwraith. He would not have helped.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, my bad.
Wow. Guess I gotta get rid of that.
But it's like it took time, but Belwraith started the moment he got the sword to learn how to use it. It's just that if he would have used it any time before, he would not have had gotten his proficiency modifier. And it would have been so much harder for him to fight with it.
I gained proficiency the night before this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Question, Winter. Could we have said that one of the days were a training day, or because I don't know, I wasn't here.
I mean, yeah, you guys had there was some downtime. Not a lot of downtime, but there was some downtime.
I would like to have a couple of those days be training days if possible.
Sure. What in specific?
I don't remember how the training works.
So
be real.
So basically, how I do training, and like I'm still on the stream, so I don't mind talking about this as well, because this is what I do for my IRL players as well. Depending on what specifically you're trying to do, whether you're trying to learn a language, become proficient in a weapon, try to learn a new skill, about to say you
combat training specifically, like, you know.
Yeah, about to say in what specific way what were you looking to achieve with this combat training? Like, were you
aim? Question mark.
Aim? Better say specific. Like, be specific with me with aim.
Rolling with advantage to hit.
Oh, you're looking.
I don't remember how the training things work.
Oh, that training thing.
I
think.
I still don't
Yeah,
understand.
Spent the one that you got from that one online campaign that you really liked.
Oh, yeah, spending a day in the training room, which would give you a training room point that is essentially
That.
it essentially you can give yourself advantage for
Yes.
a number of attacks equal to the days you spent training.
Correct.
But I say if you want to, I will go ahead and just if because of the fact that you wouldn't be able to like fully dedicate yourself to considering the fact you guys have been traveling, go ahead and roll me 3d20s.
We bleed 20. I got 2 on me. I'll roll it again. Okay, I got a 4 and I got a 1. And a 13.
And a 13. I will say you technically have 2 training room points.
2 training room.
But that one, no.
Okay.
But that one, no. But basically, so what Walf is talking about is, so there's a campaign that I love watching. It's called The Unexpectables. I love their campaign. Like, they, even now, campaign 2, still love it. Amazing, like, storytelling and all that. Monty created a thing called the training room. So technically, a party member could train inside of a training room in order, and Belwraith had access to this, and so did Kazir during the time, like when you guys were training for the trials of shadows. But to say, I basically allow players to be able to take the time to train in order to achieve getting training room points that basically would allow them to use this to help in combat if they need it. But it only works in combat. That's it. And depending on how many days you dedicate, it will determine points. I do have a cap that you can only have up to 5 training room points at any given time.
Wait, didn't you say you could only get those points by training in the training room, or
It's only a guarantee if you train in a training room. There would be no roll necessary, no nothing. You would just have that point because you're putting in the time to actually like push your body using their implements and tools. If you guys had
that makes sense.
If you guys were at a place where you could literally just like, oh yeah, we have a training chamber, you guys could just guarantee cinch a training room point, so you don't even need to roll for it.
Blue, just out of curiosity, could Blue create one of those, or
he
would
could?
He have to,
Theoretically, he could.
Oh.
It's just that he would have to bring tools in, essentially.
Oh, okay.
But if you wanted to like create a room in the portable dungeon to specifically for training, if you guys brought in the tools for it, you guys could literally have a training room in your portable dungeon.
Definitely worth the thought process.
And go ahead.
You're gonna make me scroll through Epic Music World all of tomorrow.
What can I say, man?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out.
Absolutely, wow. You have a wonderful night, dude.
You do.
Peace out, bro.
See ya.
And
What a nerd.
And as that happens, I will say to stream, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Next week will more than likely be the conclusion to this arc of the Solaris, and this could be a very interesting turn of events depending on what happens.
This is the longest arc that I've been in.
This is true. The last arc that was this long is the Trial of Shadows did take a decent amount of time. But not that long. A decent amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
And your guys' time in Makanali was also similarly long. Especially with you and Blue touching essentially the Tesseract.
Oh, God, yeah.
And teleporting to the Exeter Desert and then back to Pegland.
Yeah, that could have gone so much worse.
Oh, it could have. It could have. I literally had stats of locations you guys could have gone. Do you want to know where you could have gone?
I believe we've had this conversation before.
I think
I'm curious.
Anywhere that Kazir or Blue have been in their
literally
whole life.
Anywhere you guys have been in your entire lives, you guys could have teleported directly to Westray.
Yeah, that would be.
You guys ended up in the Exeter Desert because both Symbol and you have been to the Exeter Desert in the past.
We should really talk about things like where Kazir was born.
Yeah, I hear you. Check 1 2.
Can we hear you?
Is that me or you?
Word.
Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you, but can you hear us? I don't think Belwraith can hear us. Well, the thing is, Stray, I never make a player's like town for them or anything like that because it's your story to tell. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, if you wanted to like write a little bit about like where Kazir like his hometown, like where specifically, like how he grew up, like what was his like family life? Does he have any family left? Like
yeah, I could see that.
yeah, like was it just him and his wife, or did he have like were his parents still around? Were her parents still around?
Yeah, I'll have to put thought into that.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, Dre, like we are like you as Bimp told you. Apparently they have gotten some information about where they apparently she had talked to Whitefeather about not Bimp but about to say Queen Atharia had gotten information about where Kazir's wife is and like some details on the hag.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was Bimp.
What was that, Bimp? Or no, yeah, that was Bimp. For her, it was information for Blue. There was something he was looking into, and I'm trying to remember what it was offhand. I'd have to look at my notes. I just couldn't remember if Whitefeather had talked to Bimp, or talked to. Yeah, but I say, I mean, he couldn't hear. He couldn't hear us. We couldn't hear him. But I couldn't remember if it was Bimp or Can you hear us now? Check.
Can you hear us now?
Yep. My Wi-Fi
We
fucked
hear you.
up.
Yeah, we could hear you the whole time.
Well, for the first part, for like the last 5 minutes, it was dead silence from you.
Yeah, I wasn't talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I say,
So just
but when you did talk, we could hear you.
yeah.
But yeah, basically, I don't like speaking for players. Like I like you guys like being able to tell me. Like that was the thing with Belwraith as well. It's like I designed like the church, and
The only reason I was saying me and you should talk is because
there's
I have a memory of a civ to some degree, so it's kind of like I'd want to talk to you that way. I know more about the Tabaxi culture.
Yeah,
that you've
like
got in mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I wouldn't want to say something that goes against what
absolutely
is established.
But the thing is like if there's something that like say for example like I want like Tabaxi like around like I want Tabaxi to be like this, and it's like I would. Whoa, hello.
You cut out Hunter.
I thought it was me again.
No. I noticed. I saw on my screen that like the light just like wasn't responding to me talking, and I was like, oh shit. But no, but there was like say something for example like I kind of want Tabaxi to be like this a little bit. Even if you wanted it, we could always say like a regional area of Tabaxi could be like this, because technically you guys Uskar is maybe the homeland of the Tabaxi, but Tabaxi are everywhere. So it could it could always be a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I do have some stuff for Tabaxi and like some of their culture and everything, but there's still a wide open gap, because I knew the moment we wanted to dive into more of the Tabaxi stuff, I was gonna want to sit down and talk with you about like what would you want for like Kazir and like his time as and like what exactly like has he experienced before going on his adventure.
Yeah.
That way I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just telling you like these are some of the cultural things that are happening around you. Like this is what you mean. Like this is the political structure.
You wouldn't want to say, "Oh yeah, you know exactly what this town is," because there might not have been to that town, so
exactly.
Or, he would only know what other people have told him of that town. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
What's up?
So I just did a little bit of math, and he spoke at a level of 1,690 decibels.
Yep, you literally should have blown some people's eardrums out, but it's magic, so
the loudest possible sound is 190.
Yeah.
The way I would figure it is it would be a loud sound, but it would be manageable for everyone. So it would be, at least in lore.
Yeah,
because otherwise that
Yeah,
might be even loud enough
Yeah.
to kill people.
yeah, that would literally be enough to literally the vibration from his voice alone would pop people's eardrums.
Yeah, that happens at 160.
Yeah, so that's
We blasted past that.
that's why I
People in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Capitol
I mean,
heard
and
me.
we're talking about possibly rupturing skulls.
that's
Because
go ahead.
I was just trying to like get a scale of how loud this actually is, and like I'm figuring like people in the